Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by the one and only, the human turret, the world champ himself. Give it up for one of the best ARs to ever do it, Sam LaRue, Octane. We got some of the best analysis in the game, the world champ himself, Christopher Duarte, Parasite. And we got the one and only, the multi-world champion, the multi-champion, the legend, the icon to the Call of Duty scene. Give it up for Patrick Price Eggs. And then, of course, we got the one and only, the executive producer of The Flank. Give it up for Benjay Nassim. Gentlemen, how are we feeling? 3 matches today, 3 bangers. Unfortunately for some of us, aka Sam, some heartbreakers. Sam, I'll let you kick it off. How you doing today, Sam? How you doing?
Having a terrible day, bro. So no further comment at this time. We're gonna go back and reevaluate, and we're gonna come back stronger.
Yeah, it be like that, Sam. Sometimes you just have those days. You know what I mean?
It's all good, man.
Pat, how you doing, Pat? You doing all right?
I'm doing great. I'm doing real good. Glad to see Standy had another good series, so I can look at Benjay's tweet one more time and get that dope, that needed dope. But I'm excited, Tom. I think I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but the LeBron is about to have a legacy game tonight, and it's just gonna change generations.
Legacy game on his way to Cancun.
Not in a good way.
You know,
we'll
Pat,
we'll
never
see.
wrong, just early, Pat. You're going for a 4 straight. They're gonna break history, Pat. They're gonna break
a best of 7 reverse sweep, never done before in NBA playoffs.
It's crazy that that's never been done before. I feel like it would be done before, but I don't know. I feel
4
like,
straight's insane.
I feel like it's very hard.
but like,
to do.
been in history of basketball,
Yeah,
it's
100%.
never been done. That's crazy.
History of the NBA, it's never been done.
I mean, that's crazy. I would think it would have happened, but if it happens, Pat, shit, that would be fucking insane. That'd be nuts.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Duarte? You doing all right?
I'm good. The curse has been broken. The dynasty has been cemented. I picked LAG to win a series, and they won it.
They won it, bro.
They broke the curse. It was looking really scary at one point, and then they ended up bringing it back. So happy about that. But yeah,
Yeah, bro.
same old.
I shouldn't have changed my pick.
Yeah, you guys actually scammed.
We
right?
trolled.
You guys
We
go,
trolled,
Chris.
bro. We trolled.
Let's go.
Chris.
Sam backed my beef, so I'll take it.
And then, of course,
go.
we got the one and only, the executive producer of The Flank. Give it up for Benjay Nassim. Ben, how you doing? I heard you were playing PGA with that nub. What an able.
Yeah, the nub thinks in 48 hours he can beat me in PGA, but I beat him by 30 strokes the other day, so I think
Jesus.
How many
Well, like
strokes you give him?
30 strokes
I
is
might
insane.
give him-
man.
I might give him 30 strokes, no
times.
Diddy.
You're giving Enable 30 strokes.
I might give him
Heard.
30 strokes. No
I hear
Diddy.
you.
Yeah, you got to say no Diddy after that one. Got to.
But no, I'm doing good. Some interesting call today. The bets were kind of iffy today, but it is what it is. And I might be playing golf at like 7 a.m. tomorrow, so
Nice. Phenomenal.
we'll see how that goes.
Stroking
But
everyone.
Well, listen,
also go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're also what?
Big Tottenham match tomorrow against Arsenal. We're probably
And
gonna
Ben
lose, so
Tottenham
I'll
are
be sad.
ass. The Spurs are ass.
Every team in the Premier League is ass right now except for Man City. They're all joking all at the same time.
Yeah, okay. Let's move on. We're gonna obviously go over the 3 matches that happened today. There was a little bit of drama on a TL today. You want to pull it up now? You want to talk about the drama right now?
Yeah, we can if you want.
Okay, well, first the drama started with Dante and 04 from the Seattle Surge. So Sid from New York, and then, of course, 04 from Seattle. Now, it kind of started with this tweet from Dante. Dante came out, and he tweeted, "The amount of pros using Sound EQ online is actually crazy. I actually don't get it." I went on the tweet, I said, well, who is it? Who the fuck is it? Followed by Benjay said, "As you know, pros would rather vague tweet about issues in either A, name and shame, or B, hit the GA chat." Ben, you knew what you were doing with this tweet.
I knew exactly what I was doing.
You
Tom.
knew what you were doing
I
here.
tell my chat, I'm like, listen, I see the perfect lane to instigate this shit. And we took the chow, and it was a great chow to
Yeah,
us.
just saying. And then Dante said, too many to fucking name. I'd rather say it vaguely than pinpoint and be wrong, but I know for sure Seattle are running it.
And then
And
click
then
the response to that.
Then that's when 04 from Seattle came in. He said, "Come on, little man, don't spread this rumor." Little man is crazy.
Little
And
man nuts.
Dante responded. He said, "Everyone in the league says you're running it. Shit's already been spreaded. You all go out of your way to stare glitch and run single tap. You think you're credible? The fuck nah." And then 04 responded. He said, "Oh, no wonder we beat you guys. We must have been doing all of this." Followed by Dante, who said, "You think y'all won because y'all are actually good? Laugh my fucking ass off. You let one win from a top team get to your head. I'll sell my testes if I ever lose to y'all again." Then he responded, "Stop costing your team, low man." And Dante finally ended it with, or did he delete? He deleted his response. I saw a response to that, but I guess he deleted it. But
Jesus.
yeah, they were going fucking damn.
Something about qualifying for champs.
Yeah,
for
his
the
response was
rookie.
kind of wild.
not being a pushover. I like it.
Yeah, 04. You don't see that from a rookie a lot. I like that though. That 04 doesn't give a fuck, and he's chirping back.
Chirping back.
And then of course after this drama was going down, then we got more drama coming in from Beans. And who was the other one? Who was he arguing with? Beans and Sam.
Fame.
You started this. Sam, you started this.
I didn't start this. Fame started this. I just tweeted about something that happened in this. I did not instigate this one. This one's not on me.
Sam said a site control with First Blood and we're not planted
Yeah.
in Boston.
Normal tweet. I didn't instigate.
Normal tweet. I mean, I do have that clip as well because
It's an egregious fucking clip. Egregious clip.
Fame then responded playing for sound cues, meaning Boston just sound whores. And they just sound EQing it. And Beans quickly responded and said, we are not sound sound whoring. Or what did he exactly say? We're not using EQ, you clown, is what he called him. He called him a clown. So a little drama. I mean, it's not too much. It's just some banter between the pros, but a little drama going into today's flank. Any thoughts on that, gentlemen? On some of the back and forth? Is Seattle actually breaking GAs? Are people using sound EQ? Is this a serious problem right now?
Everyone seems to think so. But I mean, like, that's how everything goes, bro. People will get like one thing in their head as a pro player, and everyone's running single tap, and everyone's using EQ that is like sound whoring you or like coming around corners quicker than they should. Like, there's no. People could not be using it,
Bro,
and everyone could think.
People are also tweaking. Like, you can't hear anything without sound EQ. You can still hear shit.
still
Just crank
sound
your
on.
headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are just under the impression you
I'm
can't.
still confused why it's allowed online, but it's not allowed on LAN. Like, they're using league PCs. They got to be able to just monitor this. Like, I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I definitely.
How many years has it been? Like,
everybody's PC should be monitored. It should be checked. I don't really know why this is a problem in a professional league. I feel like there's ways to, or there's a solution for this problem. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on that, but I mean, I feel like there's a solution for everything, especially something as far as a setting, like a PC setting. So very weird. And if people are using like sound EQ and shit, I also think that's weird too. Like if the pros are just like being weird as fuck and using it on the down low and just fucking sound whoring everything.
it's the same thing with auto attack and everything else that has been accused. Like, there's it's no longer an integrity league.
No, definitely not. And who knows, bro? It could be some people running single tap. It was Seattle, right? That people thought were using single tap early on.
Abuza,
Yeah.
So I don't know. We never really got proof. Abuza denied it. He said
It was on your stream when Scrap came on. Yeah, they
I
denied
remember
it.
the one top red where Abuza was running top red. I remember the clip.
Yeah.
But I'm saying Abuza denied, like Seattle Surge denied it. So it's like
This is a key issue. This is where the GA process is ineffective at this point because, to Austin's point, there's no gentleman left to make any more gentleman's agreements. Like with the sound EQ thing, it could be fairly easily addressed on the league side, and they refuse to do it. The single tap thing, working with the studio, restrict these settings for competitive play on the esports build. This is where we're getting to a point where the pros can only do so much in their ability to self-police themselves. That layer of trust is gone now, and like the league and the publisher has to step in and clean this shit up instead of putting their head in the fucking sand. Like
I think it's Darvin Ham's fault.
Darvin Ham's fault.
Yeah.
I mean, Darvin Ham do be fucking up a lot of shit, but I don't know if there's one of them that.
I'm gonna stick by it.
I'm
loving
down to blame Darvin Ham.
Yeah.
Well, I say we move on. Let's talk about some of these series. We'll get through the clips as well. I got a lot of clips, so we'll try to get through them as quick as possible. But first series of the day, we got the Boston Breach going up against the Los Angeles Guerrillas. Boston, they remain winless in the stage 3. They're 0-3. LAG, they're 2-3. They get the 3-2 victory here over Boston. Of course, Boston was able to win both hard points, but the Neslo comes in from the LAG, and they take the S&D, the control, and the last S&D. Sam, I'll scroll down. I'll take a look at stats. What were the thoughts on this series? Jesus fucking Madon. Snoopy saved them from a red carpet.
Boston still have no semblance of clutch factor at all. They have 3 series as a roster and 3 Game 5 Ls. LAG building some momentum with back-to-back wins here. I mean, I honestly want to defer to Chris. I feel like this is like a holiday for him. I kind of want to pass the mic a little bit here.
I just wanted to kind of bring up like the roster comparison because as a lot of the fans are just going to look at this and be like, yeah, 100% Flames is a net positive, and it was. They obviously got 2 wins online. But something to look out for this LAG team that they still need to work on, and I'm sure that they're going to hammer it down in practice over the next couple or this next week is you'll notice that regardless of them getting rid of Assault, who was like one of their slower players, and he kind of lacked in the engagement process, this team still has issues in hardpoint with being like slow, and it's coming down to their SMG duo. I think Estro and Fame play at very different paces, and mainly Fame. I think he's got to work on his pacing because I feel like LAG struggle with taking space on the map and really putting pressure on like the teams that they play. And you'll notice that Boston was fucking relentless in those hard points, and they ended up like cooking them in it because they're just constantly pushing up, finding timings while they're kind of just like overthinking the game, and it's leading to their decision making in hard point and these like large deficits that they keep having to get out of. And they obviously weren't able to here. It's been panning out in Search and Destroy and Control because you kind of have that time to kind of make those decisions, but in hardpoint, that's something that they still got to look out for. I like the change. Obviously, they're in a good spot right now. They went 2-0, but they still got a lot to work on. So we'll see how this team progresses in the near future.
Yeah, Ben, what did you think about the series?
I agree with Sam. I mean, Boston is the most iceless fucking team I think we've seen in a while, and we'll get to some of these egregious mistakes that they made as a squad. I thought the hard points that they played though were pretty good. They got off to a big lead and managed both of them, so you got to respect that. But the control is iffy, and the Surge has been an absolute disaster since the team formed. And the problem is they're not in a position where they can toss away series like this because we talked about this on the watch party. But here are their remaining opponents for the split, Tom. Optic, LA Thieves, Toronto, and Vegas.
Not good.
Like,
Not
there's
good
maybe
at all.
1-2 wins there, and they're 30 behind, 40 behind everybody else. Like, they need to figure out how to get a points advantage. They're in a position where they're going to have to make a pretty
They're not
deep
going to
losers
change,
bracket
right?
round.
Yeah, they're
in order
not
to
going
make
to change.
They're
champs.
not going to change.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I think there's that. And then on the LAG side, I want to tip LAG for, kind of battling with the adversity in this one, especially after the map 1 loss and kind of grinding out the second map. I thought DiamondCon had probably one of his best series we've seen in a while, which you got to tip. I thought Flames, had the opportunity here to potentially have sort of a swing the other way series after his debut. I thought he played particularly well. And yeah, if you're an LG fan, there's some ray of hope because a lot of teams are kind of fading and moving a lot of different ways, and maybe LG will get our top 6.
I thought Ezreal had a great series today. I thought he
Dude,
played
his
really
map
well.
2 was unbelievable.
Yeah, his map 2 was insane.
His POV is actually really good to watch. He's got a good balance of like the way he flows on the map, and like when he bro, you can tell this guy has gun skill because he's constantly just like either winning bailout gunfights or he's just like, I don't know, he's hitting some ridiculous shots on his opponents a lot
One
of
thing I
the
was
time.
talking about with Ezreal is like, one thing I really like about him, he doesn't care about chopping 0.8s and 0.9s. Like he is very unselfish and he's not afraid to like run in there first or try and make a play. Like he's got a lot of confidence, and I feel like when you look at his stats, you might be like, his stats are, they're all right. But when you watch him play, you see how impactful he is and how much he's doing on the map. So
Yeah.
definitely wanted to show some love to
I feel like
Ezreal
this
'cause he
team
played
can
great today.
improve. I feel like this team could improve if Fame just finds his rhythm. Like he's had that problem like this whole time though. Like I think their biggest question marks like prior to their roster change was always Flames and Adam or Fame and Adam or Assault. So if Fame can pick it up in that department, maybe pick up the pace a little bit, I think this team could get a lot better in response.
Yeah, Pat, what did you think about the series? Boston go all the way down to a last map against LAG, and LAG get the W here.
They're just hardpoint merchants. That's really all it is. I don't know. We talked about it earlier. I don't know if you had the stat. Are they undefeated in hardpoint? Because if not, I think they've only lost
They
one.
might have like
Their
a
hardpoint's really
loss,
good.
but they're like actually really good at
But
hardpoint.
they win every hardpoint in every series. They just have 0 ice, absolutely blow at S&D, and are mid at control.
Their S&D, my bad, Pat. I was gonna say their S&D's one gear. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but like they just like hit out stuff together, and then once the other team catches on and adapts and makes them make these decisions, they're not particularly
Why
well
do
at
they
it.
play these maps? They play Rio and 6-star a lot in S&D. Like, why not just play some more fundamental maps
You think,
where
that,
they
you think
can
this
have
team's
some
going to
VOD?
be good at Invasion?
No,
Wait.
but at least you have VOD that you can
They're
like
like
copy
0
and paste
Infinity
from a
on
whole
Invasion.
season. Like
Rio.
they
Rio
I've
has
watched
learned-
them just bang out everything in 6-star and Rio, and they lose every time.
So
Like,
here's
they get clutched on.
here's the interesting thing about their map pool. If you've noticed, they've played Karachi Search, they've played Rio, and they've played 6-star. If you play the maps, you'll notice there are 0 information crosses on that map. Every single round is essentially just a blind counter in terms of where the team can be and go, because there's no initial crosses you can watch like on Invasion and High Rise. So they turn into these BO4 style bang out S&D maps where essentially you just go to a site and hit it out together, and it's basically fucking brainless.
Yeah, but it's not working.
Guys,
I mean, it's
Guys.
not. They're not closing maps out, but there's
They're
not
0
like.
6 in S&D.
Well, yeah. I'm
And they
not
played all
saying. I'm not
five-
saying they're
They
good.
played all
I'm,
5 maps in the 0-6, by the way.
I'm
They
not
have played every
saying
single
that
map
they're
in the pool.
good. I'm more so saying that they're competitive in search. They just can't fucking close because they just fail to adapt to the game's playstyle.
They were solid on that one Karachi they played where they're up 5-1 or whatever, and then they came back
Yeah,
on. I
against
would just
Miami.
stick to Karachi, bro. That's what I would do.
The problem is they're coming late in the game. There are a lot of really good Karachi teams, a lot of really good invasion teams. And they're trying to, get ahead on like a 6-star or Rio and make that a bread and butter. But I feel like
That's
their
not how you
decision-
make champs.
I feel
That's all they should be worried
and
about is getting
I feel
points.
like once they're one of the teams that like once they get into a 3x situation or a 2x situation or the bomb gets down, they just don't know what kind of setup or what they want to do together, and they just kind of get clutched on. So I think they got a lot of work to do to try and salvage something this season, but they're so far behind now. Like they've got to play basically perfect COD from here on out, get a top 6, maybe probably a top 4 as well next to events to have any semblance of hope of qualifying for champs.
Let's move on. Let's talk about some of the clips from the match. Let's go over towards the first clip of the day. We have a P5 hardpoint. So the streak came down here. And this is where Sam Ben, this is where I stepped away. You guys said that somebody blacked out here. So I guess the streak comes down. They see where everybody's at. They get the kill, but you can see they don't know where the last guy is. Like you see Fame, he's kind of just holding mid. But the last guy was in their lobby, probably pushing point here. So I think you guys are just a little confused here by LEG's play. What do you guys think about that, Sandy? You think that somebody blacked out there?
I don't think it was necessarily like a blackout, but I think Fame could have been a little bit quicker on the reaction to the streak info because he knew where I think it was number 6, Priesta. The streak was in the air basically when Priesta ran back towards street. So I think Fame could have just been a little bit quicker there. It's not like something super crazy to dive into, but I think we were just like a little slow to react to the info there.
Yeah, I see
agreed.
what you're saying. Just like maybe they didn't really utilize their information there from the streak.
Yeah, because like the streak saw him go back to the street when it landed.
Yeah. I want to go over to the second P2 because this is where I really started to see some game-changing plays. One of them from Priesta. Number 6 on your minimap. Look at the play he makes here. All of his teammates die here, but P-Dog decides to hit a long route. He gets around the back, and I love how he slow plays it too. He doesn't rush it because he knows his team is out of the play. He slow plays it. He holds his position. Any kills that his team is getting, look at where those spawns come in because P-Dog was blocking those back spawns. It flips him out. It was just a perfect break from Boston. I think if P-Dog doesn't take this long route, they probably don't block those spawns there. So just really good plays from P-Dog to utilize the spawn knowledge, block those spawns, and then on top of that, just be patient and wait for your teams. How many players do we see guys just hit this out and not even wait? They just make a fucking solo play and just die. P-Dog, that doesn't happen here. He takes his time.
Back
get
up
the-
real quick. Where does Minnesota spawn in this situation?
I was gonna ask you:
Or
is
LSU?
there anything here with LAG? You're talking about LAG, not Minnesota. It's
Yeah,
purple. It's
back-
fucking you up. Is there
yeah.
anything you guys think they could have done differently here to
the
hold this
fuck?
hard point? Because they get all the kills. They get all the kills here. They get all 3. They're missing 1 guy. Don't you think they should be common? And maybe they were common. I know they were looking for 1. But then the way that they kind of played it, I mean, it was a good play from P-Dog, bro.
Bro, that guy spawns.
Well, to be fair, number 1 was playing for it. He just didn't play it aggressively because he wanted to be closer to his teammates and relation to support them if they got hit from the front.
Wait, what spawn are you tweaking about, Ben?
He
No,
gave it up.
I just think it's funny because everything's getting blocked and guys are spawning boxes. You know what I'm saying?
That's like a pretty normal spawn though.
It's a normal spawn, but it ends up fucking everything up because I think that guy thought he was last off a spawn, so he's holding the pinch. But it said some guy spawned behind him, and now he's kind of stuck in limbo. These 2 guys are in boxes trying to hold that crossbar.
Yeah, they just weren't ready
Yeah,
for cross.
I'll be
that's
honest,
what
bro.
I'm tweaking about, just because everything's being blocked here.
If you're Flames, you know you're missing P-Dog. I wouldn't have turned. I would have kept holding this.
Yeah, you got to commit to a side.
You have
there.
to commit. You know you're missing one. You know if they're counting players how they should be counting players, which I don't know if they did in this situation, but you should always be counting players, especially in rotation. They should know that they're missing Priesta, and they
As soon as
turned,
they spawn boxes, they know presence in the back.
They
Right.
definitely knew.
But he gave it up. He gave it up, and then he ran forward and died, which I thought
Well,
was weird.
they shot each other. So you'll notice number 1 or number 6. Number 6 shot in the back. So Flames did know he was there. He probably just didn't think that Preston would commit because he knew he was there and it's like a 1v1 fight. So he tried to kind of just play his timing and ignore Preston for a bit, and then Preston just got good timing.
Yeah, he tried to play kills front.
It really just comes down to just a good play to Priesta. I don't think there's necessarily anything else they could have done.
Yeah, it was a
They're
great
just
play
getting
from
pinched.
P-Dog. Definitely wanted to show that
Yeah.
play because it's little things like that they were able to get a 50, 60 point lead after a play like that. So just big plays there. And then we hop into the second P4. This is honestly just a very, very big hold from Boston, but I love the way that they transitioned from P3 to P4 here. I'll even rewind it back a little bit just so you can kind of see how this unfolds. So remember yesterday, Flames and them didn't rotate. Look at today. They rotated today. The same situation happened.
The same situation.
And Flames ended
Just
up
without Connor
rotating
alive
here.
on the right.
Unfortunately, though, he ends up getting taken down. It's really good tack usage from Pentagram to kind of clear out Fame. He wasn't able to slow down their play. If Fame gets that kill there, it would have slowed down Boston a little bit. But instead, he loses the fight. Boston, they flood through boxes. And P-Dog, this is when P-Dog goes on like a, what did he go on, a 9 spree?
9.
A 10 spree?
Yeah.
Priesta, again, just making plays for Boston. Goes on like a 9 spree here. Was able to get the streak. And then, of course, they were able to use that streak going into the next rotation. So just, I really like the transition there from Boston. They were able to change some hills here. And they were able to build their lead even more. If you're LAG, do you think Flames should maybe play kill boxes here on Roto, or do you like him kind of pushing through there and trying to make a play?
He could have played it more patient, maybe got on top of the white car and just like held the cross and waited for his teammates. But that's the problem with this hill. This P3 to P4 rotation is just so strong for the team holding P3 because it's such a quick rotation that like if you're LAG, like you got to rotate way earlier and just chalk up P3, or you just got to commit to hitting that scrap time. Like rotating to it like this staggered and this late is kind of pointless. Like you're just gonna get beat, you're gonna get overwhelmed. You're not gonna really accomplish anything unless your entire team is there. So I think they just made a bad play in terms of like how they split their break here and their rotation instead of like committing to one thing together.
Yep, no, I agree with that as well. Sometimes like you might be too late for it and you need to kind of just reset and think about doing something else.
Yeah.
But let's move on. Then we go to the end. This might be a little bit of a nitpick. I mean, Sam, this is what we were talking about, the rotation. I mean, watching it back, Sam, they were rotating. Were you talking more about number 2? Like, who were you talking about in this situation?
Because so back it up before this, when they got all the kills, they got like a 3 or 4 dead.
Yeah,
on the like right before the
here. So Boston pushes, Diamond Con gets 1, Flames gets 1. Turn the corner.
So they're all
Pino goes
fucking
down,
dead.
And Flames get streak here. And
Everyone's
Flames get
dead.
streak.
4 dead.
Everybody dead. Yeah.
Everybody's dead. I don't like
this either.
There's no reason for this.
Yeah.
Like
especially
7 gets a
5
fucking
seconds.
insane spawn. I don't know how 7 spawned there, but I think like Fame overcommitting to hold this pinch just leaves Estriel out to dry on the hill. Like they just run up mid and kill Estriel for free. Granted, again, 7 gets a fucking insane spawn to get his trade.
That was a weird spawn. I don't even know.
Shouldn't the guy top bridge go to like side stairs and watch that like watch the window cross? Like him being up here.
He was getting kind of tagged here. Look at all the people here. He was getting tagged, naded. Like
I know, but he should slide to the right and watch this crosshair because the guy in. Well, I mean, what do you guys think?
Nah,
I mean,
Flames
he's
is
getting
fucked.
right now, bro.
Flames is
He just
fucked.
has to play his life.
I just think
Fame
I
needs to rotate there with Estriel, and
Estriel.
they need to just play corners.
I
up
see
there.
what
about
Ben
the
is
info-
saying.
the
He's
info on
talking
the
about
cross,
initially the guy in Hill should be jiggling his like front cross towards that armored car, and then the guy should be playing the right steps, looking at the window. Because if he's looking at that window, not only can he pick players that are running across and challenging him, but he can also spot the cross the top mid from that zig stairs to further help the guy middle, like with information.
Yep.
So
Wait,
yeah,
I'm
playing
sorry,
up here.
wait,
He's
where
talking
do you-
about like right. He's talking about like right here. Like
Yeah.
Flame should have immediately gone to the far right stairs and like stared at the left side of this hill, like just so that he can like technically help number 3 with a cross, but also just hold his push rather than jiggling up there. That's all he's saying. I mean, in practice that play is good, but in that situation it could have gone either way. Like it wouldn't have mattered much.
You have 3 people running him. He's fucked.
Then
Yeah.
I think Flames, the streak comes down. Flames does get a couple kills with this one, but Boston, they had such big of a lead, they were able to close this one out. Any final thoughts on the map 1, gentlemen?
No, I just seen
it's
it
good by
started.
Boston.
Yeah,
I just had a rough start, so
Boston are a good hardpoint team, dude. They just can't put it together in S&D at all.
yeah.
hold on. They're to slow the roll a bit. They're 4-2, and they played Miami, Minnesota, and LAG. Let's see them. The next couple of games, they play better teams.
They played decent hardpoint, man.
Against teams that are in the bottom 8 and
So
aren't
that's the
that
only
good.
metric we're going on because I don't give a
I
fuck
wanna
how they're good
see
against FaZe,
how they
Optic, New
play
York, or
against some
Toronto.
better
Ben.
teams
The-
before
the
we say they're a
thing
good
is, though,
hardpoint team.
the
Let's
thing
I'm
is-
slow
comparing
there.
bottom 8 to bottom 8. I don't care
Yeah,
about top
let's slow
4.
the
It's
roll
not
there.
gonna work.
But also the thing is they're blowing them out. It's not like they're close wins. They're still winning by 100 plus in these hard points, which is the exact same score differential that the top 4 are doing to the bottom 8. So I mean,
They're a
like
good hardpoint
they're
team.
clearly a good hardpoint team, but they're blowing them out by 100.
I mean, all I'm saying is Minnesota before today won 1 respawn, and don't get me started on Miami. They played great against LIG to your
Minnesota's
point.
dog shit. I agree.
I want to see what they do against Optic and Thieves. They should be on paper
How they
much
do against
better
Optics are relevant.
hardpoint teams, and Toronto as well.
What'd you say, Sam? You said how they do
So
against
how
top 8 is irrelevant?
comparing any bottom 8 team to a top 4 team in any metric is completely just a waste
No,
of time.
I hear what you're saying, but I want if you think their hard point is good, I want to say they stack up against.
I think,
teams
I
above their
mean,
level.
it's just not even relevant, bro. Like, these guys are struggling to make champs. They're in that position where, like, how they do against those teams are relevant. Like, if they manage to squeak out a win for points, like, great, but, like, in the grand scheme of things, who gives a fuck? Like, this team needs to just beat the lower tier teams, and they're not managing to do that. They could go out there and beat fucking Optic for all I care whenever they play them, or Toronto, whoever the hell their next schedule is, and that shit's not even going to matter, bro. They got to get wins on the board. They got to start streaking, because this is like, it's danger zone at this point.
I would say if they don't come out to the next event and the one after and place in the top 6 at both, they're not at champs. Period.
They have to place better than top.
They need
6.
online wins too.
Well,
They need online
I mean-
wins. They need a top 4 probably, to be honest.
I don't think they're getting to top 4, but I'm saying like if they can at least like use the events to lower the gap between the teams that they're competing against for 8-9, like that's the only chance they have.
Like if LAG and Carolina don't get those like top 6s again, and it's like
And
Boston
they do,
sneaks one
yeah.
out, and like they get a couple online wins, like it makes it at least interesting for the last major.
Yeah.
But as of right now, they're not even
But
close.
the last
Boston-
places at the events, they're
Guys,
done.
If Boston doesn't get my bad,
no,
cut you
go
off
ahead.
there. I was gonna say if Boston doesn't get top 8, top 6 this event and doesn't get at least like one online win this stage, like I'm honestly at the point where we just skip the series. They're not making champs, and their matches are going to be completely irrelevant if they don't actually
They
pull
just play
something out of
spoiler
their
for the
ass.
rest of the season.
Yeah, they're just
So-
going to play
Do you
spoiler,
think
and
that-
that's
do
the
you
only
think they
thing
make
we'll ever
another
talk
roster
about.
change? Like, because we've talked
No.
about this before. Like, when
No,
the
they're
teams,
cooked.
if the team doesn't make, like, they basically are out of champs when there's still like 2 events left. Like, what do they do roster wise? Do they just keep the same thing and just like chalk it up, start experimenting, thinking about like who they could get for next year? Like, I feel like there's no
Start
point to
thinking
keep
about
the
it.
exact same roster and just getting world
I
stars.
feel like you would start
I-
doing that
I,
next year.
They could, but
I-
that's also a waste of money, like having to like keep fucking signing and re-signing players. No, like aren't there like
I
clauses
mean, it's a
in these
wash.
contracts?
You drop someone, you pay out their 1 month fucking severance salary to get dropped. You pick
Well, yeah,
someone
it
else
depends
up.
on how
Yeah, but they got to
much
move
they care
there. Like
about
there's
that.
other added costs. I think.
I mean,
look,
you would stop moving them there if that's what the plan is.
Well, I think whatever. Anyway, I think first off on the top 6 thing, the problem is that you only get like 30 points for getting 6. So you're getting only 0 or 10 points online. You get top 6. It's not gonna be enough when there's like a 15-way tie. Well, not 15, but there's like a 3-way tie at like 90 and then 110, and just you're not gonna pass enough teams by doing that. They basically have to, I think, at some point get top 4 and probably win like 2 series. So they get like 65 points and jump a bunch of people.
I thought
The
land wins were worth double online.
You get 10 points for every CDL win. Last gets you 0. Top 8 gets you 15. Top 6 gets you 30. Fourth gets you 45. Third 60. 75. Second 100. It's actually an increase from last year. But the problem is it's kind of sneaky
That
deceptive. because they
sounds
added more
that
online
doesn't
matches.
sound right at all. Yeah.
Yeah, they added more online matches.
How have they not fixed this? Like I don't understand how land is not worth like infinitely more than
Because
online.
the owner, listen, they
want
propose to
online
give
to
this to
matter.
ownership, bro.
Yeah, it's
Like,
so dumb. It's so
They
dumb.
just
online
want
to
they just want
matter.
people to tune in to like see something that actually matters throughout
want-
the weeks.
They want online to matter, and ownership groups are allowing them to do it, bro. The proposals all go in front of the teams, and they're allowed to give feedback. Like,
Well, yeah, I'm sure the ownership groups are allowing them to do it if they're cutting the fucking buy-ins. I'd be saying do whatever at that point.
Do you want our players to play 2 more matches? Sure.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
I mean, I think they
get
should be
my
playing
refund on
11
my
split.
buy-in. Sure.
I mean, in general, if
Sure,
we're
whatever
gonna
you
have
wanna
online,
do.
listen, you know my point. If we're gonna have online activity, they should be playing 11 and split. But just to finish my thought on Boston before we get to this next clip, I think you kind of keep the roster you have now, and it's a good opportunity to see if any of these are players you want to bring in next year. Like, how do they deal with sort of a lame duck situation? Do they keep grinding, or they fail, and then the ones that fail, you just kick them the fuck out? I also think they need to turn over management and coaching staff probably in the offseason, in my
Didn't they
opinion.
just do that? Didn't they just hire
Yeah, one coach,
They
but
kept
that's
their
not
same
enough.
coaching staff.
I thought they
Yeah,
had
I
two.
think
I
they
thought
need-
they got Shawnee and that
They
other
got
guy.
Shawnee and Magic.
Well,
both other challenger
I
coaches.
think they got to do a full eval of how they're building rosters right now and coaching them, because they're 11 and 22 in game 5 as a franchise. You tell me you think that's good over
No,
3 years?
absolutely not.
Yeah.
They've been horrible.
So
Yeah.
But they also went with like the odd job team when they got in. Like I don't think
And that
they
team
went with
was
what they
better
knew. They
than
were the
this team.
No, I'm saying like management wise, they went with like the reciprocity connection that they had. They didn't like build the best possible thing. They went with like what they knew, which is the problem that we've discussed with every CDO franchise. Is the hiring comes from the friendships. Like
Yep.
it's been with
Yeah.
every org. It's not just Boston.
Since day
You're
one,
not
that's
wrong.
how it was.
Yeah.
you're not wrong, Pat.
Let's move on. So basically, the clips that I was showing while you guys were talking was pretty much just Ezreal having a masterclass.
Yep.
He had the 1v1 clutch, which I showed. LAG made a blind counter in the 2-4 round. The 3-4 round is when Ezreal just works on that. They get the bomb down. He gets the 2-piece that I showed. He gets the streak. Now we're tied up at 4. I mean, Boston is just throwing this map away. They threw away the map, too. They threw this shit away. We get into the 4-4 round. Now Ezreal has the streak. And I love what they do here. They play off the streak. So Ezreal calls in a streak. They're able to get a blood. I don't know where the hell did Snoopy just... Where was Snoopy going? Hold on, look at Snoopy in their base right now, just going absolutely fucking rogue. I don't mind the play if they all hit it with him. But look, everybody turned around and Snoopy kept going. And as soon as Snoopy dies, the streak comes in. They got all the info, and I love how LAG plays this. They get the info, and they say, let's go. Hit that go button, use our numbers, and they just run. They run Boston down. And this is kind of where the comeback pretty much... well, actually, the comeback started in the what was it, 2-5, right? It was 2-5 when they started the comeback.
Yep.
So crazy plays from LAG.
1-4, I think, right?
It was like
No, it's
1-4,
2-5. It was 2-5.
It can't be 2-5 because it's 4-4. There's screen right there, Tom.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Tom.
Or sorry.
They won 5 straight. It was 1-4, and they won 5 straight.
1-4.
It was
Wait,
Boston.
go ahead,
Sorry.
Chris. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say this Boston team, when the rounds slow down, bro, and they gotta make decisions, they are cooked, bro. They make the absolute worst
Chris, what was
mid-round
that play
plays.
from Snoop?
I mean, I'm telling you, that's what it is. It's the same thing that happened to them on the Rio, bro. They just
blacked out.
black the fuck out, bro. They just make such dumb decisions. Like if they're not like forcing trades, they're just lost. It's so bad.
Yeah, and then see that round happens, and then we get to the round 11, and this is where Boston. I can rewind it a little bit just to show you guys how they get into this situation. Who ended up getting picked for Boston? It was Pentagram.
Or someone got naded, I think. Or something.
Yeah. Somebody did get naded by Fame. I remember that. And then you can see Flames. They ended up. Or no, it wasn't a nade. We're thinking of something else.
That was the prior round.
Flames. They try and hit mid. So Boston go for a mid hit. That was also a weird mid hit too from
Let me
Boston.
see it.
They won the stun fight.
Shit.
It was weird. They hit up Esky. They went 2 guys. They throw the tax out. They slide
They
forward.
won the stun fight on defense, so they got out mid actually.
They're
Yeah.
also not checking this vending corner, so Fame gets a free kill. He's overexposed. No one's getting Fame's trade if they just hard clear him, and they just don't.
But the real problem here at the round was here when Boston gets the bomb down. Now, the bomb goes down, but it's the way that Boston plays it after the fact. Now, I know they're down a man, so doing
Where are
things...
we going, bro?
Yeah, I like them that they're trying to make a play because they're down a man, but the problem is they gave up the bomb. They just gave up the whole bomb site.
There's 2 problems, Tom.
2 problems. I do think if somebody from Boston wins this fight, see number 2 right now, Fame. If Fame doesn't win that fight and he loses that, I could see somebody from Boston pinching, and LAG's kind of like, oh shit, what's going on? But Fame wins the 1-on-1. Obviously, Boston's out of the play. LAG recognizes it, and they just hop on the bomb. I mean, they already have somebody on the bomb. They hop on and look over it. It was weird plays there. Go ahead, Ben.
I want to know LAG's comms when they got on the site and saw the bomb was playing default, and they're like, "What the fuck are these guys doing?"
Oh, they recognize situations.
Because if you back up and you're not planning for boxes, like how are you going to get bomb checks here? I don't know. This is like, to your point, Chris. They just, when they get in these situations, Boston, where they need to kind of execute man up, man down tactics, post plans, they have no concept of how to play like fundamentals at all. If it's not YOLO chow shit and then play off of that, like they're completely lost this level right now.
They got to that bomb site and they saw it was planted for garage, and their eyes lit up.
Yeah,
the round
there's
was
nobody
over.
there. There's nobody fucking there.
The
bro.
round is over, bro.
I would
Off
rather
that
them
shit.
play from the other side and just hold their P2 pinches and just if they want to push through garage and shit, just headglitch the truck and shit and just like play a corner boxes or something. Like, if you're gonna push out one side, I'd rather them push the other side, especially with how they planted it. But yeah, no, this was bad. Or at least playing for boxes. I feel like you gotta play for boxes too. I feel like boxes is really important, but definitely a little bit of a misplay maybe from Boston. But I mean, LAG did get the blood initially, so good ice from the LAG Cats. Any thoughts on the map 2, guys?
Come on, where are you in star, bro?
All right, then we go over to the control, the high-rise control. This here, I was just surprised that LAG didn't cap B here. They had so many kills, and they just didn't. They were just like it was just solo capping this shit. And like I've talked about it now. What do you guys think is the best thing to do on offense on this map? Do you think you should play for kills and have one guy on the point stopping clock, or do you think when you have opportunities to stack, you stack? I'm a stacker guy. I feel like you gotta play for stacks here, but I know some people think on high rise it's better to push out, stop the clock, and try and take the round to lives. How would you guys play it?
I'm a stack guy myself as well.
I mean, the problem is they did get all those
Yeah,
kills, but they
me
didn't
too.
get them. They didn't get them like when they had like a dominant presence on the map. They got them kind of like around their base, and they were all spread. So
They
like you
played
couldn't.
they played 2 points too. They were on 2 points.
But that's the thing, though, is you kind of have to, to a degree. Like, you can say stack all you want, but you always have to play for this right side push through, because if they get around your green tarp or they go top heli, like the guy that's playing for that push through can make a play on him and deny that side of the map. You're also just like a big distraction.
Yeah.
So, I think they played it well. I mean, this map it's just
SU also got
hard because
Kobe. SU
Yeah,
got Kobe by
exactly.
Beans, and then a propane explosion came out. It fucking blew him up. So that doesn't help either when the fucking propane blows the fuck up.
for people that like watch at home or like play ranked and stuff like that, the environment here is so different because you got to understand only 2 trophies are on a player at a time, and you can't just like YOLO stack points. Like there's a lot of times where players are caught out with 0 trophies, and those nades are just gonna instantly kill you off the point. So stacking sometimes is just not the best idea if you don't have trophies.
Yeah, you definitely need trophies on the stack. I mean, you could dodge nades too. You can feel that presence with grenades sometimes, Chris, and dodge them as well.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
And then we go to the last one. This is where LAG they end up winning the round by lives. And again, they kind of just put Boston in a trap. They had every lane, and Boston couldn't get out of the base. And LAG just do a good job, just filling in the gaps, filling in the lanes, and not letting Boston breathe. I mean, they couldn't get out of the spawn, and LAG was able to cap A, work some more kills, cap B, work more kills, and then rotate over to A and cap this as well. You can see Boston, they're able to get in here last second, but as Estrio goes down, the streaks come in from Diamond Con. I mean, you just look at the stat sheet from Boston. They were not getting kills here. They were just getting funneled, spawn killed, spawn trapped. It was a good map from LAG. They closed it out with style. They were shitting on them. Any thoughts on the control? Because I didn't have much on the control, I'll be honest.
The control is clean.
The control seemed pretty clean to me from LAG. It was pretty clean from watching it. I didn't see much, but if you guys saw something, let me know.
We've seen LAG struggle on that map. They were really good at it in the beginning of the year and then struggled, and it seems like maybe they've turned the corner on it. We've seen a lot of, and Sam and I were talking about in the watch party, a lot of high-rise controls the last couple of weeks because I think people don't want to play Invasion or Karachi, and it's kind of a race right now to teams to try and get it in a certain spot on that map for land. So we'll see if LAG are going to be able to
That
keep
was
this
that was
momentum
also
going.
Breach's first loss.
In control.
Control, yeah,
Damn.
So they were undefeated on what, Karachi before?
yeah, 2-0 on Karachi.
Now, this is the 6-star hardpoint. Now we're on the map number 4. This is a mistake from LAG, in my opinion. Sam, I know we talked about it a little bit during the watch party, but take a look here. So, number 4, Diamond Con, he's by himself on point. Now, I don't know why Flames is backing all the way up here. Like, you have somebody pushed out Fallon, you have somebody pushed out mid-map, and you have Diamond Con who sees all this pressure coming front. I don't know why Flames didn't just stay on point and help Diamond Con front. Like, even if Diamond Con and Flames maybe hold a crossfire, get behind the desk and just preem L-wall and let them hop up. I felt like they could have funneled Boston here, but they kind of just let Boston walk through front.
Go back a little bit to before. So the Flames is backing up because
he might think that somebody's taking a route.
Yeah, so he thinks his teammate's gonna spawn on the hill. Like you'll see, he's whenever his teammate dies, he's gonna back up. Look, number 2 dies, he's backing up. He's under the impression, all right, my teammate's gonna spawn on hill, and he spawns out. Then he just doesn't know what to do.
Connor jumped out too. He jumped off a plat. I don't know
what happened there.
He jumped out here. He got one. I think he went rogue. He probably tried to get a 2-piece or something. I don't know. He tried to make a play. He was by himself getting swarmed, but I don't know, Chris. It felt too easy.
Yeah, but that's the problem with LAG. They just like they have a really
They're too separated.
they have a bad perception of just space and pressure on the the opposing team to the point where they're either taking too much time or they're just not like
They
they're
survived
not,
it a little bit.
What are they
but-
called? They're not like stacking the right shit. They just have they have trouble reading pressure of teams, and that's why like they get insta broken. That's why whenever they're trying to break hills, it takes them 3 fucking years. They just don't. They mismanage their space a lot, and I think that's just something that they have to work on because they've had that problem this whole time.
Yeah, Sam, how would you play the situation here if you're LAG? How would you try and set up? Because they are pretty far pushed out. You have number 3 pushed out mid. Flames is all the way in the back. Diamond Con's by himself here. How would you play it?
Well, they actually double played old, and I don't know if they know 7 is here. I think Nate actually got here without being spotted, but I like the initial play to double play old because it guarantees your info. Granted, Fame does spawn out.
I think they saw
But
him.
okay, so they saw him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a poor pressure read by basically what Chris said. If they know that these guys are here and they double played old, I think they should be secure in the front.
Number two might not have saw him. That
No,
looks like
he got
bad
shot at.
timing.
No, Nate got
did
shot
he?
at.
He
Yeah,
saw
Nate got
him.
shot at.
He shot at him. I think.
Yeah. So I think this is just to Chris's point. I think they read the pressure poorly. The back is less important in the situation because at most there's probably going to be one there. You saw 2 here, 1 on scrap time. You're missing 1 guy. You can let Estriel roam and play for that. And once Fame spawns out as well, I think the holding the front push is far more important because then this is when you can get blended from the P2 to P3 chain because you can just get spawn trapped in the back the whole time. So I think Chris was right for sure.
All right, anybody else got anything to say on that, Chris or Pat, Ben?
No.
All right, then we go over here. This was really good plays from Pentagram here. I just wanted to highlight it. So you can see LAG, they got to break this P5 hard point. And DiamondCon, he goes for the long route here. And this is a really big one-on-one here on the pinch because if DiamondCon wins this fight, it can open up the break here. But Pentagram just acknowledging that somebody could be taking a wrong route and then wins that fight. And then comes back and is able to help his teammates with these crossfires here, put some bullets down into people. I thought it was a great heads-up play by Pentagram. I think he also ended like 33 and 18 on this map or something. So like to see Pentagram having maps like that is good to see. But just a really good play there. It's important to pick up those pinches. Some people don't do that. So good plays from Pentagram. And then we get into the P4 here. This is a second P4. This is where Fame, he's sitting on an 8. He gets on an 8 spree here. They didn't catch all of it. But Fame goes fucking crazy here. And him going on this spree here ultimately leads. What happened?
Or cheese right there.
Bro, before this spree even happened, go all the way back. Go even further back to how long it took Fame to make this play, though. Like, I get why, like, he's, like, kind of, like, waiting. But just, like, look how long of it. Look at number 2, bro. Like, look how long it takes to clear everything. It's just, bro, there's a point.
He's good, Chris. He has time.
He has a little bit of time, but like it's just more so like the meticulous play style that he has at times is just what's holding him back, bro. There's times where you just gotta chalk up like certain angles and be like, okay, if a person is playing this, like you gotta chalk it up, like. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, it just takes so long, and I get it. There's ratty angles and stuff like that, but to a degree,
his boys died and died again before he took a gunfight.
Yeah, he's playing a streak. He's playing his timing. Like I said, I get it. This is just one example of like times where I feel like his pacing at times is just too slow, and you gotta just think about that from like a broader game perspective and not just this one scenario because it's a problem. They struggle to break hills because they're just too slow as a team. And yeah, I know.
Yeah, I agree. The fact that his teammates died and hit the hill before he even got close to it, I think is an issue. That should never happen. And then we go into the pool hill and it becomes a fucking swim fest. But let me pull up the next clip for this one so we don't go over 120 seconds. And then, of course, we got the P5 break coming in from Boston here. And I'm going to rewind it a little bit just so you guys can see kind of how this ends up unfolding. But goes over to the P5 LAG. They got the streaks. They're able to get in there. And you can see Boston, how they're able to break it. They end up pushing through mid-stairs. They push through Plat. DiamondCon was actually able to get a couple kills here. How did Boston break this? I feel like LAG should have him in a fucking funnel here. He got Fame picking up mid-map. Unfortunately, he loses a big fight there to Pentagram. And Pentagram had an MCW sprinting out of mid as well. And then he wins too. So Sam, that must have been an OP gun.
Yeah, you gotta get your glass. There's a rival in the feed right there, Tom.
I think Tom, this is exactly what Chris is talking about. I don't think they did a good job of reading the pressure here, knowing that people are more likely going to go outside.
Go further.
That's an MCW.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, can you guys go further back to like before the kills went down? Like, I want to see how they like got kills and if there's any space they could have taken. Because like right here, Connor wins this one. Okay, yeah. So Connor's gonna get in the hill. He's gonna win this 1v1. He's got another player on him. He's just taking his sweet time. Number 3 goes over here. Honestly, number 3 gets bad timing. They get that trade, but oh no, they get a streak kill here.
Yeah,
wait.
The streak kills comes in. They get another wave. Look,
Bro,
and then they run down mid. Pentagram dies. DiamondCon gets another 2 kills here. It starts with the kill middle. It does start with that kill middle, but like if I'm number 1, bro, I'm flying past Connor and I'm getting into like Tiki. Yep, like that. Like I'm not even like I'm ignoring mid because that route is like. It's just not like it's not going to be like that important in the grand scheme of things. If they can like get pressure on their side,
by the time your teammates spawn up, like they can pick up this
Like
like
right here,
immediate
yeah.
pinch towards P2. Like I'm just like, oh, all these guys are dead. I'm pushing up Tiki and getting in front of Connor. Connor can watch this. His teammates are going to come and reinforce. But instead, like Flames is just like so slow to kind of do anything there, and he's just like waiting. Like just
They
take
never took
more
their
space.
space.
Just
Yeah.
take way more space. Stop being like afraid to push.
If you're
Agreed.
going past if you're by the bomb, if you are hopping over that wall and you're breaking from this P3 side, you're going to cross so many lanes of guys coming off a spawn crossing you. And I agree with Chris. The way people generally break this is they go down the stairs. We've seen a lot of good teams hold this hill by double stacking close, getting the kills, and reading the pressure correctly. And it gets to your point, Chris. They really struggle with that at times, and they get caught running forward, running backwards, holding irons.
Yeah, if they get pushed up on that Tiki side and like have front pressure, that's gonna make Boston basically get put into a sandwich when all those players off LAG come up off spawn. Like it's just way more important. You'll notice, like, yeah, that guy dies mid, but ultimately where they break this hill is because 2 Boston players just jump into the fucking water right in front of Connor because he has to watch like so much stuff. Or Diamond Con, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
Just the way I look at it.
Great hard point again from the Boston Breach. They worked some good breaks there.
Did anyone see that pentagram? I had to also swerve his streak there.
Yeah, from the
everyone's been
building
doing
on
that.
6
Everyone's been doing that.
Yeah.
They all flick it.
Then we get to the last S&D, and man, did some shit go down in the last search. We're going to start things off hot. We're here in the 3-3 round. This was the biggest swing of the game, in my opinion. Diamond Con, in a 1v3 situation, all Boss needs to do is trade him out. But Diamond Con with a credit spot finds 1, finds 2, and rechows Snoopy with that MCW and is able to find a 3-piece 1v3s in about 5 seconds. That is fucking insane. What a play from Connor. Definitely had to show him some gas there. No thoughts there, guys? You didn't think that was fucking insane?
I mean, that was absurd. I mean,
The
like
game was over after that shit.
That was
It would
insane.
also be much more impressive if it wasn't against this team. I feel like anybody in the league, if you're in any clutch scenario, you're just licking your lips against this squad because you know you're about to get a highlight clip.
Nah, but also this is
They
just
can't
like.
stop getting
that's
clutched
crazy.
on, Tom.
But also, this is just like new map cheese.
Who
Like
let
there's just
Doug
like a
cook, man?
that's just like
Austin
a
loves
random
it.
creddy,
I mean,
right? That like
he made a
eventually-
great hard point team.
I think a
Austin
lot of
loves
people are
it.
going to clutch there, Chris, because they're going to do some insane shit. Where
Nah,
they put that
that's chalk.
spot
Hey,
and then they
Pierce
run
clutched there
away
in the next series.
lower.
No.
They fake out kill cams. Like, I mean, we saw 2 clutches today in the exact
Bro,
same
if
spot. Watch
somebody
next
jumps
series.
down on that bottom of the map in a clutch scenario, I'm licking my lips, bro. That guy is out of the fucking play.
and I'm going down there and I'm on my stomach. Is you run down there and I fucking like
You don't
I
have
think
to
there's some-
chase him.
I
That guy,
think there's some
that guy is
finesse ability
irrelevant,
down
bro.
there.
If a
We'll
guy
see how
jumps
the meta
down there,
evolves.
if a guy jumps down there, he's essentially irrelevant to the entire bomb site. He has to jump up on a side, and if he goes to the other side, that's such a long route that like hits chalk by the time
What
like
if,
he
what
gets
if you're
up
in a
there.
1v1 and I'm the one that playing the bomb? I just think there's some finesse ability there.
Wait, I got
I'm
a
curious to see how
rebuttal
people play it.
I got a rebuttal to Austin really quick. So Breach is now 1-8 in game 5s. That means they were 1-5 with him and 0-3 with the new roster.
That's great. Yeah, my bad, Austin catches straight.
Shit.
Then I want to go to the next round. It's the 4-3 round. I love the play from LAG here. I love these. Why do I love it? Because they have Flames who's playing all the way in the back of the spawn. LAG get the bomb down, and we're thinking, oh, this might be Boston's round. Nah, they have a plant spot. Flames can see the bomb from back their spawn. He shoots him off the bomb, and he runs out of there. Just love the plant position there. I love how they set that up. I'm sure they went over some post-plant setups and some different angles to where they could see the bomb. And I thought it was just a really good setup from LAG. Because at first it looked like Boston was about to defuse this. And that Beans was just looking over him, and it was a wrap. But Flames gets an angle from back their spawn. Diamond Cons wins another fight. Great plays from LAG. Love that.
Was that a plant spot or you just playing default there?
I think that's just the default plan. But you
Yeah,
can see it
I
from
think
the angle
Ben's
they
just on the
played.
half wall and he can't see wide enough.
I mean, even having the
Yeah.
actual like
Like,
thought in his
play
head
next
to
to the
play
wall,
it like
yeah.
that is
yeah.
good
You
because
can
teams
play.
don't do
I've
this
seen
shit.
people plan it behind the bomb, to the right of the bomb, towards Tiki. I've seen people plan it in a lot of different spots. You see how we planted it more up against the wall here, up against this wall, like Fame's
Yeah, so it
right.
doesn't die from P3.
Yeah, like he pushed it more to the right, so that way Flames can hit that angle and see it. Like I think that was coordinated there. Looked coordinated to me. But great plays. End up going up 5-3 here, and then we get to the infamous Boston Breach round. This is how we're gonna end it. What the fuck was Boston Breach doing? Let's tune in. Gonna start it off here now. Boston Breach. They get the first blood. It is I'm actually going to rewind it a little bit just so you guys can see how long they were actually on the site. But they get the first blood here against LAG. LAG is trying to make a play through you. I think it was Fame. Yeah, Fame tries to cross and Pentagram's able to find a kill. So here, 4v3 situation. Estrio ends up backing up. Right here, as soon as Estrio runs, boom, bomb down. Without a doubt. As soon as you get the blood, you tag up Estrio, he
He's been
runs
laying
away.
in that same spot for 20 seconds, by
You
the way.
have everything. You have your spawn. You have their spawn. You have somebody looking mid. There was no reason to not plant this bomb. But what does Boston do in this situation? They push.
Chat, what's the worst play that you think you can make
Bro,
at this situation?
They
Flame shoots, and they all ran at him, bro. Unfucking
That's
And
the
then
believable.
war,
Diamond
bro.
Con
Flames had
sits the
serious.
open.
He shot his gun, and look at him. Look at them. They're just chasing him. They want to kill him.
I don't know why they want to kill him so bad.
Look at them. They're literally running.
They want to kill him so bad. And then Diamond Con gets the streak because he takes the fucking super. Look at the flank that Diamond. He's taking a Fame route, Chris.
Wait, Diamond Con got this streak because, dude, I actually did.
Yeah, Connor got the streak because they took 3 years to plant the bomb, and
Yeah.
Connor ended up flanking when the guy flanked, gave it up, and
Yeah.
went to go play with his teammates because they just had no idea what the fuck was happening on the
Yeah,
map.
bro. Them chasing a red dot.
Y'all know
there
those
is
like
insane.
Scooby-Doo chase scenes when it go from like door to door?
Yeah.
That's what I feel like this was.
It's like
bro.
the hallway with a bunch of doors and shit.
Flames are just like running around and they're just chasing him. They just can't catch him.
Yeah, nah, bro. I don't know what that was. Bro, I feel like it's common sense. Hit a site. If you have control, you have numbers. What's the objective of offense on S&D? Plant the bomb. That's the objective. So every situation you have to plant the bomb, especially right there. I mean, I just don't understand.
Especially after the smoke goes down, they have no smoke
They had a
anymore,
U
and
smoke.
they have
If you don't plant that shit,
yeah, it's gone. The U smoke is gone. There's no smoke. All the lanes are open. Like that's a free bomb plant. That's a free hold, and especially with your teammate. One of their teammates in Boston. He was in the fucking depths of the map. He had the entire flank. There's nobody coming up behind you, bro. You're safe.
Yeah, agreed. Any final thoughts on the first series, guys, with Boston and LAG? It was a good series. Went
No
all the way down
ice.
to the wire. No ice. That's your final
Yeah.
thoughts. No ice.
no ice.
I think Boston's shocked, and maybe they make this exciting down the stretch here. Maybe they figure out the search, but time and time again, this franchise is just wilted in the big moments, and this team is one of, like many of them have come before and will probably come after unless they change up.
All right, let's move into the next series. Before we do, today's episode is presented by SteelSeries. Last week, we told you about the epic limited edition FaZe Clan X SteelSeries collection. Today, we have some amazing news for everyone. They've just gone global. That's right. You can now grab the FaZe Edition Nova 7 wireless headset, Apex 9 mini keyboard, the Aerox 3 wireless mouse, and QCK XXL heavy mouse pad from all SteelSeries retail partners globally, as well as from SteelSeries.com. That's what I'm talking about.
So
ladies
no
and
longer
gentlemen.
just Best Buy?
No longer just Best Buy exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. No longer. Doesn't matter. So make sure to go show some love. Comment SteelSeries in the chat. And as always, huge shout out to SteelSeries. They've been awesome, man. I'm using the headsets right now, and they're absolutely phenomenal. So
Yeah,
everybody show some
I got
love.
my wireless headset. It's got to get a little plug adapter so I can use it in my Go XLR, and you'll see me use it during the show.
Yeah, no, that's fine. The wireless headsets are cool. Michaela has
Yeah.
them in like you charge there's 2 batteries and you charge one of them
Yeah.
in the mix amp. So when one dies, you just take it out, swap it out, and then you're
Quick
good to go.
swap.
Yeah, quick swap. It's dope. I really like how they did that. But let's move on to the next series. We have Toronto Ultra going up against the Carolina Royal Ravens. This one ended in a 3-1 fashion for Toronto Ultra. The only map that Carolina was able to win was that second map, that S&D. But the respawns, Carolina were not able to get a dub. They were close in that last map, that 4th map. We'll get there, but it was Toronto. They get the 3-1 victory here. We'll scroll down. Oh, Jesus, fuck. It is a red carpet for the Carolina Royal Ravens. Sam, we'll start with you. We got Toronto versus Carolina. What did you think about the series?
We got Dylan Envoy return
He's
to
back.
form here. We had a good couple hard points from him, so it's definitely good to see. Jamie Insight, unfortunately, still a little bit to be desired for sure. Carolina won the 5-2 comeback in map 2, so the series was a little bit longer than it should have been, but I think this was a result the majority of people were expecting. Even if Toronto is underperforming, I think that the way that their team is structured and just how they've played the game to this point this season, I really don't expect them to lose to a bottom 8 team. Even like I said, even if they're not performing the best, I think that they just have some of the best systems and fundamentals to make up for that. So I know we've been hard on Envoy and Insight, and I think rightfully so, but they kind of just took care of business today, to be honest. Scrap and Dill just kind of fried them.
Yeah, Agreed.
I thought
Go ahead, Ben.
I
What
thought
did you think?
Carolina pulled a decent map set for the series, and when we got to the double Rios, at the end, I thought Carolina taking that map too. They had a real chance to take that map for going to the last map Rio to maybe put Toronto in an uncomfortable situation because they haven't been that good at Rio S&D. But instead, I thought the respawn was very poor from Carolina today. The listening was a little bit better, but there's still a lot to be desired. And it's the same problem, man. Like especially in a day like today where sub players weren't having their best days, the ARs continue to struggle to have an impact on the map. And unfortunately, it's going to happen sometimes with Carolina. They just can't keep up with the slaying.
Agreed. Chris, what did you think about the series? Toronto Ultra. They get the 3-1 victory over Carolina.
I mean, it's good to see Envoy not have a stinker. Scrappy played really good as well. I mean, Carolina, they clutch up an S&D, but their respawn against these top teams, they just don't compete in this lane department unless like Gwyn is having like a ridiculous series. So yeah, I mean Toronto taking care of business. Ravens, continue on their struggles against the good teams.
Blow it up. Sorry.
Said blow that shit up, Pat. You trying to blow it up or what?
I just don't think they're gonna beat any team without a Gwyn superstar performance, and that's not gonna happen every series. And so, being reliant on that is really dumb. This team was not good previously. Moving into the same team house or apartment, whatever, I don't think it's changing this team. So yeah, I still want a Carolina change because I believe this team has the ability with the roster moves to be decent. My personal opinion.
Well, you have Gwyn. He's a perfect player to build around. I mean, that's the type of player you want. Somebody aggressive. He can get kills. He can make plays. And I agree, Pat. I feel like the one series they did win, it was just a Gwyn complete takeover series. Like the rest of them have definitely been struggling. And even today, Gwyn struggled. They all struggled today, to be fair.
Ravens are also 2-13 when they lose the first map. So they have,
damn.
They get compromised very easily.
Yeah. That's everybody, right? We got through everybody there. I say we get to some clips here.
Hold on. Before I know we were talking about Envoy. First time he went positive in the last 10 hard points. So congratulations. That's impressive.
Yeah, that is a W. That's a W for sure.
Good streak break.
I'm just concerned about Jamie. Jamie had a real rough couple of maps in this series. Like, I think he's still got to figure it out because the form that he had in Major 1, now he doesn't have. And yeah, Jamie gives you, and I think you saw in the Karachi control, he's so good, man, at both playing his life and applying pressure, especially the defenses they had on the Karachi control. But he gets exposed on hard points like a real hard point, for example, where against a better team like an Optic or FaZe, it's going to be a huge fucking problem. So hopefully he can put in the work and figure it out going to their home major in a few weeks.
Yep. Let's move into some clips unless anybody has anything else to say before we move on. All right, let's move on to the first clip I have from the series. We're here on a sub base, and I just want to take a look at these spawns here. Ben, I know you noticed this in the game. We're all a little bit confused here. Now, it's going from a P1 to P2. It's looking like Carolina have the spawns here for this hill, but bang! It's inside. See, now 8 and 12, he spawns behind him. And I'm guessing it's because Clay's kind of like over pushed here in warehouse. I mean, is that what's going on here? He's kind of crossing that line, or is that spawn just completely another fugazi? What's going on here?
It's the only shit that makes sense to me is where Clay's at. That's
Right.
the hill's not
Same with me.
white. They're not like over pushed anywhere else. It's the only thing that could be influenced of this, at least looking at the mini map, unless this game's just dog shit, is Clay.
Yeah, but I feel like I've seen people in warehouse in this situation, and this doesn't happen.
I
He's
think
like on
if
the
you go back
catwalk
there
right
and
now.
block it, like I think if you're actually, if you go back to that spot and you're watching the red in the back, maybe you block it and then that doesn't happen. But because nobody's there, the spot's open.
Nah, bro, this shit's ass.
It definitely
Yeah.
influenced it a little bit by Clay pushing because he wasn't pushed initially.
Well, it's ended up being a big spawn out, Tom, because they got broke on this hill.
Yeah, no,
Like,
it's a huge spawn out. I mean, this is
'cause
big here. This is an
this is a
opportunity here for
swing in the
Carolina
game.
to chain some hills here and take a lead. And instead, it's Insight who spawns behind him. Carolina has no idea he's there, and he's able to win one, buy a little bit of time here for his teammates, and Toronto Ultra they get in there. So
I'm calling end of the hill cheese, bro. Just like Karachi has the end of the
P1
hill
End of the hill
cheese,
cheese
end
is
of
crazy.
P1, end of P1 cheese, bro.
nah, this
Like,
game's terrible.
There's a fucking hamster in a wheel that just spins in every fucking lobby trying to cause
Spawns
chaos.
activate when there's less than 30 seconds left on the hill, bro.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
swear.
And then
said this shit for
it's
years.
going back and forth a little bit, and then we're going over to a second P4 here, and this was an opportunity where I thought Carolina can really lock down a full 60, but it's the Dylan Envoy show here. the plays that he makes to break this hill is insane. He drop shots Clay after getting tagged up, able to stay alive. He feels that presence behind him for Fellow, takes him out, turns the corner, slides, takes down Clay. This guy Dylan Envoy was going nuts. Nades the time, gets another one on Gwyn, jumping down. Boom, that's going to flick those spawns. Dylan Envoy did it all. He literally did it all right there. You can see the spawns come in, the break comes in. Toronto Ocho with a perfect break. That's all Dylan Envoy right there, in my opinion. I thought he made a fantastic play. And this ultimately leads to them winning the map here, too, as well. So, really good plays from Dylan. That was yeah, you got Ace in the chat, too, so gassing him up. That was fucking sick. That was fire. Sam, what gun is that?
That's fucking. Who's the second guy? He's smoking crack, bro. He's just full sprinting around the corner at him.
Yeah, I think because he was one shot, Tyler Fellow thought he was gonna.
Is it Fellow, bro? He's literally just sprinting.
Sprinting, bro. Absolutely. Clay also spawns close.
Yeah,
and
God
dies
spawn
again.
kills insane in the same clip.
Yeah. Like, look, Dylan kills Clay, then kills Tyler. Clay comes off spawn, challenges him again, and then he kills Clay again. And Clay was going through it. He probably lost fucking composure.
Yeah, being 2 deaths in the same break is kind of insane.
Yeah. Other than that, any thoughts on a map 1 or thoughts on that play right there from Dylan Envoy that ultimately led to
That's what we were waiting on, man. Using the AR, he brought it back.
Yeah, 100%. That's what Dill does, man. I mean, I think Dill should switch depending on maps and hills. I think everybody should. Like, Slay, I see you shaking your head. Pat, you did that all the time in Black Ops 2. You always used to switch guns between ARs and subs and switch around and use whatever's best for in the moment. Whatever.
Yeah, I was the hardest player to play against, Tom. No one could read me on the map, especially not Christopher Duarte. But you know, there's a like a big benefit to being like to switching up and kind of throwing your opponents off guard. Like, you know, if you just go hill to hill, where like one hill you're running 3 subs, hella pressure, one hill you're running 3 ARs and playing like really locked down. Like, it's hard to play against from an opponent POV. So yeah, I love it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Like that, Chris, like or Pat, like demonstrates a mastery of the game mode to me. Like being able to like have
exactly
people
when you can do
that
something.
like can switch on a dime and also have your whole team be on the same page with like people switching weapons and setups and stuff like that is just like an actual mastery of the mode.
Yeah, and then right there, I know, Ben, you were talking about in the moment that Carolina had the good spawns and they were coming from the good side, but then TJ gets smoked top snow. They're able to win some fights in Hill. Jesus Christ, Insight putting on a show, able to get 3 in Toronto. We're able to close this out. Good plays from Toronto here in the map 1 to take down Carolina. Obviously, that P1 to P2 spawn was very unfortunate for Carolina, but definitely got to be careful next time, putting pressure on that warehouse because it could flip you. And it ended up costing them then here. And then good shot from Envoy there, denying the hold on that P4 from Carolina. Good plays from him. Any thoughts on the map 1, guys? Any final thoughts?
Oh, you mean map 4?
Or sorry, yeah, sorry.
That was map 1.
Yeah, honestly,
Map 1, I'm faded. My bad. Len.
It's okay. I thought I was faded for. I was about to apologize.
I was like, wasn't the
I
fourth
said, oh,
map?
sorry, map 4.
I was thinking about this series after. That's not me, but yeah.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Hey, sometimes, Ben, the
Envoy,
series get put into a blender,
yeah,
bro.
it's
We watch a
fucking
lot of
blendy.
COD. Go ahead,
I was gonna
Chris.
say that Envoy was looking like me against Complexity on Unite Gaming, bro. I don't know.
Nah, that's crazy. He's gassing himself.
I didn't see him with a riot shield. Did you guys?
I did not use a riot
shit.
shield.
Oh, okay.
It's Ricky.
You had Chris pulling out a
Ricky
riot shield.
here.
Pat had to have been in his
Dude,
head.
riot shields, bro. In S&D, they were running multiple. They're sitting behind them
Oh my
using his
God,
moving
dude.
cover. Unbelievable.
Let's go
That
on to
was
the.
so trash, man.
Let's move
People
on
had to
to
figure out a way, Sam. That's all it was. Like you mentioned, there was just some teams who had the mastery of the mode and some teams who had to cheese it up. Chris
Bro,
was in the cheese category.
We get into the S&D here, and Gwyn gets insane timing. They showed the replay there at the end, but he was basically top window looking down, and then as soon as he turns to go top window, Toronto just hit low red and smoke him. That pretty much just opens up the site here, and Toronto was able to get the first offense on the map on the board. Good plays. I like the strat here from Toronto. I love the play from Kleenex, like getting pushed out their side and kind of being a nuisance here. They had no idea he was here. Put some shots down into Clay. You can see Carolina, they just get funneled with 20 seconds left. There's really not much they can do. Good offense here from Toronto. Dylan, he stopped shooting here. TJ's able to win the fight, but good plays from Scrap here. Able to find one. Time runs out in Toronto. They're able to go up 1-3 here. Now this is where things start getting interesting. We go into the 2-3 round. I thought this was a great play from Toronto. Is they actually throw the smoke here on the B side. They do this a lot. Dylan throws the smoke down here. They run through the smoke, and they get this bridge control. They try and use their numbers. You can see the smoke comes down. Dylan's able to get to the stairs. I love the route there from Dill. How he runs, instead of running through the smoke and cutting to this fire car area, which I feel like most of the time that's what people do, he runs through it, and he kind of comes from a weird angle to where he can go up the stairs here, and nobody can see him. Fellow
also
had
threw it
no...
deeper, so it covers the street,
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
instead of, like, right in the arch.
Yeah, it was very well executed by Dylan Envoy. He's able to get that first blood onto Fellow, and then Scrap's able to find one onto Gwen, and then TJ almost made the play here. I feel like TJ should have angled himself a little bit better here. It was good plays from Dylan to kind of just get off
Yeah,
that
like
real
walk
quick.
out to the right a little bit. So
Yeah,
you can see
that
it.
better angle, because he right here, he couldn't finish the kill. If he walks to the right a little bit, he could take the guy out up top and then just easily just get an easy snap onto the second guy. Great try, though, from TJ, huh? It was a good try here. I thought it was a good play. I thought it was a good heads-up play, but unfortunately for him, Dylan Envoy gets off the bomb, smokes some 3v1 situation, make that all 4, boom, bada bang.
I
Going
was just going to mention something just a little nitpicky. I hate when people check it from that bottom arch. It's actually so much more beneficial if you go top market into the building and check it from up there, if it's planted for there, which it was. Because if you get that kill, you essentially make it so they have to hard chase you up a building. They're either going up the back stairs, they have to go bridge and walk along the wall to the plank, or they have to jump down from top 3, and it's just a lot harder of an insta trade rather than going to the bottom arch and trying to get lost down there, which I feel like it's just nitpicky. I don't know if it would have been in the scenario, but that building is actually really clutch in those late round scenarios.
Then we get into the 2-4 round, and what the fuck is Carolina doing? I've never seen anybody try and run out of there, not even checking anything, no smoke. TJ just dead ass.
Did he throw it and it bloom at the end, or am I?
I don't know.
tweaking?
I don't even
Did it
know.
bloom? Yeah, he threw it.
He threw it.
He just
ran out
insta
before.
died.
He ran out before the smoke.
Yeah,
bomb.
he
No,
just
he never
died
threw
before
it,
that shit
guys.
even
Guys,
popped.
he never threw it.
There's
I
a
don't think-
smoke.
No,
on
he
the
threw
bomb.
it.
There's a
There's
smoke on the
smoke there.
bomb.
Wait, he has a smoke. Did they smoke it?
Wait, does Clay have a smoke? Wait, Clay. Wait, go to.
Are we
watch,
breaking
watch
GAs?
Hold
Are
on,
they
hold on,
cheating?
hold on. Okay.
No,
No.
Clay doesn't have a smoke. Wait,
Who
what?
smoked it for him? There's a
Dill's
smoke. You'll
had
see Clay.
those-
Look at
is
Clay.
Dill over there?
They
Wait,
smoke it
Dill's
for him?
across the map. Wait,
Where the
what
fuck
happened?
did that smoke grenade come from?
Yeah, who threw that smoke?
Did TJ shit it out? Did he shit it out his pants? Hold on, let me rewind.
He
Did
never
throw
throws it, 'cause there's one when
never
he
threw it.
dies.
He never threw it,
No.
bro. He
Who
never
threw
it.
that smoke?
Who threw the fucking smoke?
Bro,
What if he
what
threw
the
it, but
fuck?
the UI didn't update?
Smoke gate.
Maybe he threw it in the UI didn't show it.
You would see it. You would see him throw it. He didn't throw it at all.
They
But
weren't
then we
on
do the
fire
same
whole
shit.
time.
Look,
Is there
bro,
is there some weird?
Clay
is there some weird
waltzes out
smoke
without
the
a
window?
smoke,
Throw
too.
smoke it? Maybe Fellow threw it?
Someone say he threw it as he got shot.
What? He
I
didn't
didn't,
throw.
bro. There is nothing there.
Nah,
as he got
bro.
shot.
Martyrdom smoke, bro.
He had it when he
shit it
died.
out, bro.
Bro, he did not
What do
throw
you mean
it.
he threw it? He
Bro,
did not
he
throw
did
the
not
Go
throw
back,
it.
go back to
They did not.
TJ. Let's.
I did. He didn't throw it.
No, he didn't throw that shit, bro.
And then
Maybe it
Clay
was
does the
Fellow.
same thing, bro. Clay tries to run out
Where did drop
with
that?
no smoke, no nothing. He just tries to waltz out.
No,
by
yeah,
himself.
I think TJ shit it when he died. He hit the bumper as he died, and then it just dropped.
No, because it would have been on his body,
been
and it
in
was
the arch.
further out. It was
Yeah.
out in the street.
Nah,
Someone else
bro,
threw that
what
shit.
the fuck?
Yo, what happened, bro?
Now I gotta know. I'm
It's
too
either
curious.
So
it's either
confused.
someone
Fellow?
in Toronto or Fellow or Gwen threw it. It's the only.
What
I don't
happened?
know.
I'm watching.
but-
I'm
If Gwen
watching
threw
right
it
now.
on my
Two-
block because he would have thrown that from his
Two
fucking
didn't
spawn.
throw it. I'm watching. I'm watching right now. I want to wait.
Smoke gate, bro.
It's smoke gate.
Let me see.
mean-
Who the
Unless-
fuck threw that smoke?
And I know for a fact, Scrappy and Insight do not have that on. And 6 and 8 are way too far. So it's nobody from Toronto. Nobody from them.
Does Gwen have it? And he threw it across the map.
He,
and
would, he
TJ
wouldn't have
just
been able.
mistimed it.
He wouldn't have been able. To... Nah, because look at where Gwen was looking when TJ died.
Nah,
We
that's
didn't even
insane.
turn for
what
it.
the fuck? What the fuck happened, bro?
We're gonna have to ask one of these teams.
Clay was vaping. That's what
Clay
it was. It
tried
wasn't
vaping
smoke.
it.
That's
Cross is
crazy.
crazy.
I think maybe TJ threw it. Maybe the UI's not
As he
picking it up.
died?
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
UI's
Wait,
not
so
showing it.
people in chat are saying it's the nade smoke. Is that the car smoke? Like from the
No.
car next
No,
to the
that's a
that
smoke
was like
grenade,
a
bro.
perfectly.
That is a
That's-
smoke
that is
grenade.
a smoke grenade, bro. That is a smoke grenade for sure. brother, that is smoke for sure.
Wait, when
That
did they
ain't-
switch? When did they
Bro,
switch
that
to
ain't no
Teach?
car bomb, bro.
When did they switch to
What the
Teach?
fuck
Like when
is
was the
that?
first time they go on his POV?
Wait, I don't see a smoke on Scrappy String. Bro, what? There's
What
no
the
smoke.
fuck is happening?
Bro, there is no smoke on Scrappy Screen.
Yo, it was Clay.
This guy Clay's vape. Look, there's smoke on Clay. Look, a whole lot of
It's
smoke
not
here.
on Scrap's POV, but it's on.
What? I don't know. It must have been something we're not seeing. I don't know.
Wait, what?
It's insane, bro.
We gotta get to the bottom of this clip.
Maybe
eventually. We'll look
Tej
into
did
it.
throw it into you. It had to have been Tej. It had
But
to
why
have
wouldn't
been.
it have been on Scrappy's thing? It had to have been a bug.
What
Dan
the
said- Dan
fuck?
said-
That is a
Checking
caster
same
bug.
thing.
Dan said it's a
And
caster
it's a
bug.
caster bug.
By the way, COD caster
Caster's ass.
is ass.
Busted right
It's
now.
horrible.
Bro, it's laggy. It buffers.
Every time someone dies, it lags.
It lags. Also, good shots here. We get into the 3-5 round. I mean, Carolina is slowly making a comeback here. This is where it starts. TJ makes a play through green. He was able to get that first blood. And then they were able to wrap the bomb here and bring this over towards A. It starts with Scrap getting killed there by Gwyn. And now a 3v2 situation. Fella, I think he jumps up and spots Kleenex here as well. I'm pretty sure he saw him. But then Carolina, they end up waltzing over to this A site and getting this stuff. I thought for a second here, Kleenex was about to clutch this shit. You can see kind of how it unfolds. Insight goes down. Kleenex comes in. He gets the first kill. He throws the stun grenade out. Turns the corner. Right here, if he doesn't switch from his pistol to his gun, he probably kills TJ there. And then that probably turns into that turns into a 1v1 with 30 seconds left on the clock. Good wins by TJ, obviously, but I thought that was clutchable from Kleenex. But good round from TJ and the Carolina guys. Obviously, TJ making a play through green, get that first blood. Good plays from him. And then we get to, it was a very comfortable defense. Fellow holds bridge on the 4-5 round, and they kind of just waltz out and die. And then we go into the round 11. And in the round 11, look at what Carolina does in the round 11 here. I love this play. They hit through mid. They send one guy chicken coop side. They send 3 guys mid. By the way, Scrappy, if you're watching, stop, brother. Stop going up there, bro. You've been going up there for fucking months. They're reading it now, bro. They know you go up there. Everybody knows you go up there. Bro, am I the only one who sees Scrap go to the same spot every fucking time?
That's what I was bitching about too, bro.
Yeah, we're
Top
talking about
yellow.
launch
He's
play.
got one route on defense.
Bro,
Top
one
yellow.
route. He's got one. And then they know he's there, so they tag him up. Gwyn makes a play through middle. He's able to find one. TJ was able to find one. Gwyn pushes some shots down. I think Tomboy from Toronto slides in. Clayster gets the trade. Now it's a 3v2 situation. Love the plant here from Clay as well. Gets that bomb down. Clay, he's able to get out, but he does get taken down here, if I remember correctly. Yep, he throws the trophy. He dies. Now it's a 2v2 situation. Bomb down. All Carolina need to do now is play their time, check the bomb, and they're good. That's what Tyler does. Tyler Fellow able to get eyes on that shit in Carolina. They make the comeback here against Toronto Ultra. By the way, this was the 2-5 comeback that I was talking about before. Remember before I said the 2-5 comeback? It was this map right here. This is what I was talking about. So I'm getting my maps confused. But great plays here coming in from Carolina to stay composed and take this search. Don't know what happened to Toronto here. They kind of collapsed. I ain't going to lie. But good plays from Toronto. Any final thoughts or from Carolina? Any final thoughts on the map too, guys?
I mean,
Extend
bro,
the series for no reason, bro.
Toronto. This is their Achilles heel. Search. You look at maybe they got some maps they play well against FaZe and Optic and Respawns. They're not going to be either one of those teams right now, who are the top 2 teams. They cannot take searches. They got to improve on this game mode. Today was not a step forward.
No, definitely not. And then we move on and we go over to the Karachi Control. This is the first round. This is the 1-1 round. Now, right here, I don't know what you guys think. I think Carolina was kind of turtling. I felt like I can even rewind it a little bit. I feel like there was opportunities when they were getting kills to maybe get out of here and make a play. Like, starts with TJ. He wins a big fight over here by Red. He gets traded out. I kind of felt like this was about to collapse for Carolina because they were just all turtle and hill. And if one wave goes down here, it's over with. What happened, Chris?
What was Gwyn doing, dude? He
Gwyn?
turned around. You'd see him. He was on that curve. Look, he just.
I don't know.
He just
I
wiggles
don't-
away.
I don't know what he's doing. I
He's
really have no
watching
idea.
this. Look at this.
I don't know. What is he doing? He gets shot in the back. I didn't like the turtle setup. I mean, as you're getting kills, I think they need to keep challenging. Right here, 2 dead, 2. They end up getting 2-pieced here, and then TJ tries to get on the point. They seemed a little bit turtled. I don't know if they had an opportunity to push out in this round, but in the moment, it felt like they were turtling a little bit. I don't know what you guys think about it. I'll rewind it a little bit just so you can kind of see how it ended up getting to this point. But what were you guys' thoughts? You think Carolina could have done anything there to stop the save push?
Not really.
Speed
Like
push?
it just, not really. It just they had to win another wave if they wanted to get like substantial map control. Tej just needed to do a better job of. I think Tej just needed to do a better job of playing his life when he got that kill top red. Like instead of like pushing into the unknown, I would have much rather him sit like on the balcony where he was and he just got that kill and just play a safer angle because he kind of just sprints out into the unknown, the top red hallway, and just gets insta-traded rather than just like literally staying still in the same spot and waiting for more players to come to his way.
Right here, Chris, right? 2 dead for Carolina. Okay, they try and push the points. 2 dead. They know
I didn't
one
see
guy's,
this part.
They know what. Yeah, I rewinded it back a little bit more. They get right here, bro. Like, don't you think the 2 guys that just got these 2 kills should just hit back alley and like chow this? Like chow red, chow it. You have 2 dead. I would have chowed it. Somebody should chow it.
Well, they're looking at number 8.
It's 3 dead right now. There's 3 dead. And then they kind of just like hover around the point. They don't really go anywhere. Instead of like pushing out red, like TJ plays through mid, he gets a good win here. I would like to see TJ stay alive, but then he kind of falls. They played it a little. I felt like it was a little
problem
passive,
is though,
but
Tom.
I could
The
be
problem
wrong.
is that like
They don't wanna
whenever
die.
yeah, exactly. If they die in that scenario, even if the trades go 1 for 1, Toronto is just in the favorable position because their reinforcements are going to get their way easier.
Yeah.
So like you almost have to like overwhelmingly win like a trade scenario on this red side of the map, like at least a 2 for 1 type scenario, or otherwise you're gonna get pushed back like every time.
My thought process, Chris, is every time you get kills, like let's progress here because if we're not, they're just gonna spawn close red and it's chalked. Like I felt like they had an opportunity to maybe make a play, but you know it is hindsight. I mean, looking back at it, like in the moment, they probably didn't think they had the timing and didn't want to die there. So I do see what you're saying, Chris, because they could die. Like if who's number 2, Fellow pushes out and dies, it's pretty.
If they don't go 2 for 1 and they go 1 for 1, it's good. Like they're fucked. Like because of the reinforcements that they're gonna get. So I mean, it's just too risky. They have to get like a clean wave right around the hill, which is essentially what they're waiting for. And then they don't, and then they lose.
Then
By
right
the way-
here. Oh, go ahead, Pat. What's up, bro?
I was gonna say Paradox tweeted it was a stun grenade. So what we saw on Clay's screen was like the VFX explosion of a stun grenade, and it didn't last long. Then when they switched to Scrappy, that's why it was gone. But he has like a freeze frame of Scrappy's screen, and you can see the stun going off.
That
but
makes sense.
still,
That does make
That
sense.
shit
I
looked
didn't
like
realize
a
how much
stun
smoke came out of a stun
Paradox for
grenade.
that.
Just set up the Paradox. Let me get into the 1-2 round now. Love the play from Gwyn here. Clay is able to get 3 kills. He pops a 3-piece on the 8-point. Gwyn knows that these guys are coming off spawn. He gets the kills. I love what he does after. He pushes through it because what this does is that blocks his back spawn here. That's going to give Toronto Ultra those deep spawns.
The white van spawn.
Now, I think Gwyn wanted to push towards B here, but because his teammates died, he was like, fuck, and then ended up turning around and trying to play kills. He ends up dying here as well, but what do you got? Do you think Gwyn should have went to point there? We were talking about it during the watch party.
Nah, he would have just got killed by 6. It's obviously hindsight, and he wouldn't have known that. But see, like, this is why I respect the fuck out of Gwyn and like his game, because he has the knowledge in his brain to be able to make a decision like that, knowing his teammates aren't winning the trades. So whatever he does, he just needs to get kills. Like if his teammates were getting kills and they got the red spawn, he 100% jumps over dumpster and runs to the point to find them. But the split second that they die, he turns for spawners to bail himself out. Fucking that's good on the fly decision maker right there.
Yeah, I love the play. I love that he realized where they were spawning, got the kills, blocked the spawn. I mean, it was perfect, like how he was setting it all up. And then we're like, holy shit, this is all over. But then 1.5 seconds left on the clock, Carolina somehow just run through red, and we're able to get on this point. Got really mixy towards the end here, but Toronto Ultra were able to break through this here at the end. I don't know if there's anything from the Carolina side that you guys see that made, because I almost feel like they should have had this here.
Oh,
They just lost out. I think Toby just gets a huge 2-piece to win. There's
Yeah,
good
which
tax.
I
That
don't
Toronto
even
just.
know.
I mean,
Oh,
there's not
he
really
just
much they could've done.
just gets gunned out the window.
Yeah, no, it was good plays. They just kept throwing tax, I think. They didn't have enough trophies to stop the multiple pushes coming in from Toronto. It's weird, because once you get that first wave, they spawn right there, back alley anyway. So they just climb the dumpster, throw all their shit. Even if you have trophies and kill them, they come off spawn and throw their shit again. And your trophies go to shit, so... Good plays. Great tack usage from Toronto Ultra. Great break. Could have got a little scary there if we went into an overtime, but Toronto ended up getting the dub. Any thoughts there on the control, guys?
Nope.
All right, then we get into the last map. This is the Rio Hardpoint. We hop in first to the P4 here. This was just a really, really good play from Carolina. A good break here. This is one of those situations, again, where I felt like Boxes was just, like, not being looked at. Like, they're coming off old. It started with Scrap. He wins the fight, Boxes, but then he just runs out like a dumbass. And then they gave it up. Like, Carolina waltzes through Boxes. Nobody's even looking at it. Boom, 3 dead. There they go. And Carolina were able to build their lead here. Granted, they don't hold on to it, but it was a really good break from Carolina. I thought that was a little bit of a mistake there from Toronto. What do you guys think?
Yep, boxes is the most important part there. He needs to hold it, yeah, especially on the transition.
Thanks, genius, dumb fuck.
Scrap, you're welcome. Scrap. It's a terrible fucking play.
Scrap, come on the show and tell us how you gave up boxes.
I mean, Scrap, to you, it's a basic play, but
he'll tell you. He'll tell you he's a moron.
You know what I mean? You made a dumb play. You know, but hey, our co-op FIFA games have been absolutely phenomenal, though. You know what I mean? We're undefeated. That's what I'm talking about. But right here, hold boxes. Definitely think a lot of teams, bro, they don't hold boxes. So bad play there from Scrap. Ends up costing him that hill. Way to go. Then we go over to the next one. This is same thing. It's a Rio. Up the quality for you guys. You guys don't want to watch shit quality. We go into the second P3 here, and this is a great break from Toronto. This is where things collapse for Carolina. Ultra just kept breaking and breaking and breaking. Look at what happens here. It starts with TJ. He's going to make a play to the left side of the map. I actually don't mind the play from TJ, but it starts with Scrappy. He somehow waltzes through the middle of the hill and finds two. He shits on Clay, it looks like. He's able to find another one onto Talafello. That's going to open things up. And just like that, TJ's the last one in this hard point. The spawns flip. And Toronto Ultra get a perfect break there. I mean, Ravens can't get any more.
Ravens just trolled because
Scrappy made up for it.
Ravens just trolled because whenever you're holding this hill, if you're gonna play aggressively on the stairs, unless you have a guy supporting you, which they didn't, TJ's working his way up there. The guy that's playing on those stairs, instead of playing Esky, he needs to play the Zig ones. Most of the time, people aren't going to run down escalators because they're scared of getting head glitched. It's a pretty open lane, and that just allowed Scrappy to kind of blindside the the guy on the escalator and just hit it.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I think Scrappy getting that 2-piece before he dies, it gives him that back spawn. Because if Scrappy doesn't get a kill there, I think Carolina might spawn him back.
Wait, hold on. What was he looking at when Scrap came around the corner?
I don't know. I think he was laying down, just looking up, at Clay. You talking about Clay?
Yeah.
Clay was just low Esky, just looking up, up the Esky, just playing an off angle. And then Scrap just
fucking trolling.
Yeah, Scrap just comes in, wins the fight. Number 2 gets caught sprinting. I think Scrap he runs in there, he baits, and then the rest of his squad comes in and they're able to break this. It's just a flawless break from Toronto. And if you're Carolina, definitely got to work on a better setup there because they just kind of get soloed out. Clay was by himself on time. Nobody was holding mid. It was, unless you guys saw anything else. Is there anything else you saw from Carolina that they probably should have done there in that play?
Probably trade Scrap.
Yeah, probably, they got shit on.
Probably play a confident angle and not lay down on the fucking escalators.
Yeah, and that's pretty much where Toronto start to bring this one back. Now we go into, towards the end of the game, we go over to the P5. And again, look at how, I'm going to pause it right here. Carolina's in this P5. They early rotate. They have a setup. It's Clay who gets blooded here again on the rotation. He ends up throwing a little bit too wide of a shimmy there. And Scrap, with that angle, is able to find another entry. Kleenex slides in. It's so easy for them to break. It's just so easy. They broke it. They made it look like Carolina wasn't even shooting. What do you guys think about Carolina's setup there? Because it shouldn't be that easy. Toronto
hold on. Before that, where was the rest of the squadron?
Where? Oh, yeah. What's number 4 looking at over there?
Wait, hold on. What was number 4? What did number 4 do off spawn?
He's looking at the late flank. He's looking at the late flank.
Oh, brother, he is on the fucking hill still.
Nah, he's just on. He's on Mars.
He thought that. Be on Mars, bro.
He thinks he thought number 8 was probably bumping number 6 off hill, and there's a chance they could pinch. But
why watch pinch from all the way back there? Get closer. That way, if you can help. He's so far away. I mean, listen, it doesn't help, in my personal opinion. The guys on hill, especially Clay stairs, Clay can't throw. Clay needs to stay alive.
Bro, they're just overthinking it, bro.
They're
first of all, if he spawns right there, he knows that no one's pushed through already. There's no threat for him to be someone in his face already if he spawns in the alley right there.
This is a problem with just COD players too. A lot of pros will make this mistake. Challengers
take back
everyone. There's a lot of times where people are just playing for everything, bro. You gotta chalk up certain routes and angles, and just if a guy hits it, you just gotta pray you get the better timing on it later in the play. You can't play for everything, otherwise you just have no strength anywhere. You're just so spread that like if a Toronto stacks a lane, you're chalked unless your teammates literally clutch.
Watching this back, like Carolina could have won this map. They were out rotating Toronto. They were kind of outplaying them. It almost seemed like they were more ahead of the game than Toronto was. It's just Toronto did what they do best, and they used their talent to break some of these hills.
Well,
and
Carolina also can't hold a fucking hill.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They can't hold fucking hills. I don't know. Bro, they've been had this problem, man. They can't hold a fucking hill. I don't know why.
They have a hard, it's the same, almost same problem that LAG does. They have a hard time reading pressure and making proactive plays and getting lost on the map when the opportunity to do so and take your space. They just can't. And against a team like Toronto, you get punished.
Yeah.
They're too good at playing off information and overloading and getting the trades.
I mean, how would you fix that problem? Like, if you were a coach, comms, 100%.
Bombs and reps.
Comms, reps, all that shit, and then we could go to the third P1, to the third P2. There was some weird spawns coming in here towards the end here. It was going from P1 to P2. Let's see if I can find it here. So let's play it from here. So there's 7 seconds left on the P1 hill. You can see Clay. He wins a fight around the back. These spawns are so weird to me.
You full screen, Tom?
Yeah, my bad. I'm going to full screen here. So let's see what happens here. Clay, he makes a play. He's pushing down left. He wins a gunfight. That's 2 dead. Clay's pushing through. I feel like the Carolina player should spawn where number 6 spawned.
This game is horrible, bro.
Right,
I'm sorry.
Like Envoy should spawn, sorry, Fellow should spawn where Envoy spawned, and Envoy should spawn where Fellow spawned here.
Or number 6 should have spawned where number 5 is, because that's actually a spawn. Like, that's literally a spawn for that hill.
Clay lost fucking composure right there.
Bro, like, there's 2 places that player could have spawned that made more sense. He could have spawned where number 5 is, because that's a spawn, or he could have spawned parallel to number 2, like, in a hypothetical world. Like, he could have also spawned parallel. But no, you just spawn right behind Clay.
Yeah.
See, look at number 3. Look at that's one other place that he could have spawned right there, and then he could have also spawned that back alley with number 5. It just makes no fucking sense, dude.
Yeah.
That shit
End of the hill
infuriates
cheese.
me.
Then number 2,
Yeah,
Fellow gets a kill in the back, and number 6, Envoy, he spawns on a close pinch. Like, he doesn't spawn out. Like right here, look how it's set up. Okay, Dylan's dead here. Envoy's dead. He's just spawned the fuck out, bro.
Top left corner.
Top left corner, up here. He should be up here. Look at where he spawns. He spawns on the pinch, literally.
Look, that
is a common spawn.
Last series.
Bro,
That is a
last series.
I'm not
pointed out
defending.
Wait,
it.
actually, no. Actually, that's kind of normal, just because those are the
Thank you, Chris. I'm not gonna defend it, bro.
Those
Bro,
are the
if
hills.
Okay,
you are on both sides, they're spawning in boxes.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
normal.
Every time.
No. Yeah, Sam, I said that too. I said that is a spawn. It happens a lot, but it's a shit spawn.
It's like the most readable spawn, actually.
Yeah,
But to your point, Tom, is just we just don't have the Treyarch-esque, like, you spawn people deep diagonal spawns that, like, we know from past CODs, and you got to adapt to like the weird emergency spawns in this game. So
yeah, it's annoying.
It sucks. It shouldn't be that way.
Bro, whatever happened to fuck you spawns, where it's like you just like pinch the hill and like got kills, and they're spawning in fucking Narn. Now it's just like
very easy
We haven't had
to
since Cold War,
explain.
bro. We haven't had since Cold War.
and now there's no more fuck you spawns anymore. It's just like fuck me spawns instead.
Hopefully,
Like,
Treyarch fucking comes through next year, bro.
No, they won't. They won't, because fuck you spawns are punishing.
I like how I just started this random term. We're just continuing the
No,
usage
but
of it.
it's what we called the spawn out, right? The super mega spawn out. They're punishing, and so to casual players, it's very punishing, because you got to think, in a casual environment, people aren't playing for these setups, but the spawns can still occur the same way, right? If it happened to happen in a casual game, so deep spawns, less engagements will never happen. It just won't. I think that era is done. I mean, we've seen it with skill-based matchmaking. We're in an era of Call of Duty as a whole where it caters to a very different player than it used to. It's just very simple. I don't think we'll ever see those games again that we're expecting to see.
No one wants to sprint for 10 seconds.
Don't say that, Slayer, please.
I'm down to sprint for 10 seconds.
No one wants to do that.
All right, let's move on.
TikTok brain, get me back in the dope.
Any more thoughts, guys?
Nope. Carolina
let's
stink.
fucking
Toronto
move.
good.
Alrighty, let's move on to the last series of the day. We have the Minnesota Rokkr going up against the Los Angeles Thieves. LA, they go up 2-0 in a series. It's a masterclass. They beat them by over 100 points on a hard point, 6-2 in the S&D, and it absolutely collapses for the Los Angeles Thieves in the next 3 maps. They get reverse swept. We'll scroll down, take a look here at the stat sheet. Sam, these are your guys. This is your team. What the fuck happened?
Listen, I said it actually 24 hours ago. I said the game 5 clutch is nice, the ice is fantastic, but eventually the ice will melt. And 24 hours later, the ice caps melted, dude.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
It's
Kremp,
tough.
we'll get to the clip. Kremp child out at 8 point on invasion control to win the game, and we lost the series.
Yep, that was tough. That was very tough. I'm not
great.
gonna lie. I do have that clip pulled up. Chris, what did you think about the series?
Yeah, barring a couple chokes, a couple random plays, I think Dan Ghosty had a very lackluster series for how he's played, and he's been traditionally their best player, if not their most consistent player, and he just didn't have the best one. So he still had the most damage, but he just didn't finish his kills. So he was probably having a rough one. Same with Nasty. He didn't play.
Got that
well
MCW, bro. No one's dying. You know what I'm saying?
Two back-to-back superstar performances out of Standy, though.
Yeah,
he's obviously
Standy's
not a
great.
superstar, but he's had two.
Standy was
very good
unbelievable.
he was tucking
unbelievable
with
in
it
the
for
series.
sure.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
getting
he was world
bro.
star.
He must have had like 4 or 5 triple kills. in the
Bro,
last
I'm
two
gonna
matches.
go ahead and say this
actually
again.
Crazy.
Roster change is still dog shit. I'm standing on business.
The roster
Don't give a
change.
fuck.
The roster
Standy's a
change
great player. His
overall.
team
I
composition
think
makes no sense.
Vivid got done dirty. But regardless, Standy is rising up to the occasion in terms of his own performances. The other side of the roster change is what we really got to talk about, because I think people were hyped to see, Pierce join the roster. And granted, they won this series. Not all hope is lost. Again, he still has technically less damage than Lamar, and Lamar's already been harped on for being slower and relatively the same number of engagements. So, bro, this team lives and dies on their ARs. They need to improve. They need to speed it up as a team, because they're essentially relatively the same players, and to a degree, you could even argue that Big P at times is slower than Lamar, and that I don't know if it's a good thing. So, good series out of Standy, but I'm still waiting to see gunless and accuracy dynamic improve.
Eli needs help, and they need to get more kills
can I-
for sure, especially against some better teams. Go ahead, Pat.
I was just gonna ask. This is for all of us. Can we just stop talking about the roster? I feel like it's every episode. It's the same thing. We all in agreement. We all have the same opinion. This roster sucks. This roster change sucked. Let's just get it out so we never have to bring it up again. Because every time we watch them play, I feel like we're going to say the exact same thing.
Yeah,
about the
for
team.
most part. I mean, it's
Like this roster just was bad to be formed.
I mean, but
Period.
I will.
They
give
won the
them
series
credit.
today, Pat. They won the
Yeah.
series.
I will give them credit.
LAT
They got
lost this shit.
they're giving away into this one, and they took advantage of it. And to Sam's point, eventually Thieves are going to lose one of these game 5s, and they couldn't close out a series. Like, if you're Thieves, it happened against FaZe at the major. Like, they got to find a way to be able to ice up and win these 3-0, 3-1 when the opportunity is there. Instead, they gave Minnesota 10 points that they probably shouldn't have had today.
And then on the other side for Thieves, I think Sam's right. I think for the most part, that's probably a series they should win there, and they kind of threw it away. So they're probably kicking themselves for that one. But any final thoughts before we head into the clips, guys?
Nope.
If you notice though, they lost map 4, so they lost the series.
Yeah, Pat was saying
If you remember
that,
from yesterday, Tom, yeah.
Yeah, Ben was saying that's cap, Pat. That's what he was saying, Pat. He said it's
I don't know
cap.
what Ben was talking about. I mean, I think Tom, me and you, we talked about this. We agree. When they lose map 4, what happens?
I don't know
It's all
what
good.
Ben's talking about.
Yeah,
I
don't
mean,
know
gaslit again.
I don't know what Ben was on,
I
but
mean,
anyway,
fucking gaslit.
let's get into the
Fucking-
clips, Tom.
Yeah, let's up into the clips
Don't know
and
what
see what's
Ben's
going
talking
on
about.
here.
So,
I don't even know what gaslighting is.
All right, so first play. Now, you guys let me know if this is a nitpick. As a sub player, I thought Standy should have pinched here. So I'm going to play this out. Boom, Standy's spawns here. So right here, I feel like all 3 of your teammates are together and they're pushing through the back of the map. Standy's kind of out of the play here. Don't you think Standy should late pinch front here?
He should go low. He should play for lower and try to get some attention there, or maybe see if he can get through. Maybe even hit top bar and try to work the railing and play for the late kill.
I
on the
would've
guy in
pinched
time.
front.
P1 to give himself options.
I would 100% have pinched P1.
I would have
100%.
probably hit lower. Like my entire team.
But
is
look
on
what
the
he
left side of
does.
the
Look what
map.
he ends up going left. He goes all the way around. And instead of him pinching
Reads
this
the
out,
spawn,
he probably
almost.
would have killed P4 or that number 4 too. He probably would have killed him. And then it ends up not working. They try and play around the back. They kind of flood over this way, and LAT. It makes it easy for LATs because they know everybody's here. Nobody's pinching. Nobody's taking any routes. By hitting those pinches and hitting those lanes out, that's what makes it harder for the other team.
Dude, this
Yeah,
one was hilarious.
but also, bro, we're double hitting those stairs. If you're breaking this hill from the back, one person goes to those stairs and just deters the guy from sitting behind the bar. and just scares them. And he just plays this head glitch and plays his timing as one, whatever. They should double hit the back.
Yeah.
What? We're running up. Nah.
We're letting ourselves. We talked about this more.
They trolled right
this
there.
is, this
They
is
trolled
more,
right
I think, of an issue in the last game, but it is in this situation. We talked about funneling. Like, you do not want to get funneled and make the other team know where you're coming from and get preempted. And to your point, Chris, you slide double out like that. There's too many angles you gotta check and too many.
Yeah, exactly.
lanes
That
to
guy's
fucking clear.
He's a distraction. Whoever plays the stairs is stopping them from being on the back side of the bar, right? Gets rid of that head glitch, and he's a distraction. And they just hit the back, and then they collapse on the front side of the time. That guy comes out late unless he gets engaged and dies or wins the gunfight. Like,
And then
but yeah,
what happens here is now because that happened, Thieves get that back spawn, and then they chain this. This chain is really weird with this. This is really a really important rotation because this is where teams can really get a lot of time. Because Minnesota had a really good start, and LA Thieves were able to just hold the P3, chain the P4 because they had those back spawns, and they were able to just bring it right back and take a lead. So really good plays coming in from the LA Thieves. They were able to chain a couple hills together. I thought Standy could have maybe pinched there. I think him pinching there, yeah, him pinching any kills that his teammates get, pushing the back.
behind
If
him,
they
and then you can
should
play them.
theoretically, I mean, I don't know with this game, but theoretically they
will
should
100
spawn behind Standy.
They will 100% spawn behind Standy, and there's only one back spawn, so there's not like multiple like weird spawns back there. It's one.
Yeah,
that map actually outside of I think P1 and P5 have the worst possible spawns locations because there's like 4 spawns on like either side of the hill. But outside of that, Tom, it's pretty simple.
Yep.
For the others.
And we get to the next clip. Love the play from Joe Thieves here. P1 hard point, and Joe's already playing towards that P2 area with 20 seconds left on the clock. Look at the mini map, and look how he gets here early and how they cut the map. Like, LA Thieves do a really good job here chaining these hills together. You can already see people from Minnesota starting to take some routes because they're starting to realize that they're in a funnel. But I love the plays from Joe. He gets pushed up middle, able to find a couple kills. They hold the last 20 seconds. Then he rotates over to P2. He's able to find more kills when he rotates there. He's sitting on a 6 spree. And you can see how LA Thieves, they were just able to funnel them. Crab, he turns and burns Lamar there. And you can see Minnesota slowly just getting blendered here. Love the train there from P1 to P2. I thought Joe Thieves made a great play there.
Yeah.
So shout out to Joe. LA Thieves making the first map look easy. Then we get into the end of the map. And this was just a great P3 break from LA Thieves. I don't know if there's anything you guys see here from Minnesota on if they're able to hold this, but LA do have the streak here. So, unfortunately for Minnesota, Joe Thieves drops the streak on their heads. They get all the info. Linz and Lamar are forced to run inside. Joe gets the streak, and bada bing, bada boom. That was clinical from the LA Thieves. I didn't think there was much Minnesota could have done there because the streak comes down, other than maybe like not being so far pushed up because Linz is literally pushed up so deep front. Lamar was kind of screwed. He couldn't really do anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good break from LA. I thought they did a good job.
With it being a new map, a lot of people kind of are still struggling with like where to play, like how to use a streak, how to avoid streaks. The only place that is really safe from streaks here on this map is technically inside Burger, kind of, and then underneath P3 where they were. So if they knew he had a streak, they probably should have played tighter and played to run underneath this hill whenever the streak popped. But they were kind of pushed up. Maybe they just didn't know he had a streak. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they should have known. Joe Thieves was literally shitting on him. I could have. Somebody's got to be like, yo, this guy's like on a crazy spree. They got a streak. But yeah, I don't know. But great first map from LA Thieves. They made it look easy. We were like, holy shit, Rokkr our ass. What's going on? Then we go to the next map. We're gonna start things off in the 0-0 round. Sam, you'll love this. I'm gonna pull this up for you. Joe Thieves somehow with the rival 9 is able to win a fight down B
that's
Street.
a routine one.
I mean, Sam, realistically, this fight here, what do you want? MCW or rival?
That's actually insane.
It was an insane shot from Joe. They show the replay at the end, but I mean, I agree. The rival is fucking hella good. And then I love to play. Joe sees him deep street here, and he's able to dive across, and he pretty much just reads Standy. He reads that pressure. He knows Standy's probably going to be pushing down towards B. Gets the clutch. That's 3 on the round from Joe Thieves to start things off. Phenomenal first round. Actually, let me show you guys the replay. I think they showed a replay here on his kill, here at the end round. Wait, they showed a replay, right, of his kill? Unless I'm tripping. That kill B Street, he fucking zapped the fuck out of him. Let me see if they show it real quick. If not, Joe's also cheesing. He's feeling himself. He's fucking cheesing here. Then Ghosty probably took a couple rips before this map. Look at these guy, fucking animal. Dan Ghostie's been phenomenal for these guys, by the way. Wait, I thought they showed the fucking long shots from.
They might show it after the map.
Okay, there was some crazy long shots there, but let's move on. Then we get into the 2-1 round. This is where Linz blacked out, and we were so confused. Let's take a look here. So Joe, it's a 3v3 situation. Linz is running underground and doesn't even acknowledge Blue, and then he just dies. And I was like, Blue? Like, Blue is like, there's always people in Blue. Like, Blue is like one of the main spots on the map. Maybe a blackout there? What do you guys think?
Yeah, no shoulder, no nothing, bro.
Nothing. I don't know what happened there. He's just kind of sprinted and he just, I don't know.
Classic case of the sprints.
And then Joe to Thieves. I mean, what else can you say here? Phenomenal plays from Joe. He's able to get some, put some nice shots there into Lamar, wins the fight. And then I love how Thieves end up closing the round out. Instead of one guy just running at this guy, Standy, bottom blue, they use their teamwork and they push them out together. Fantastic plays there. A little bit of a blackout there from Linz, in my opinion. Then we go to the 5-2 round. This is where they were able to close it out. Now, in this round, we saw a similar play yesterday. I wanted to pull this up. I know they're blowing them out, and it's like whatever, but Minnesota Rokkr, they give up the B plant again. I don't know. We saw a team do this yesterday. I don't like this, bro. I don't like just giving people free plants like this. They're probably playing for maybe retake with tax or something. Like maybe they have a strategy on how they want to retake it, but I mean,
I'm fucking sick of it, bro.
I'm sick of it too. Thieves just throws the trophy down, plants it on. Like, bro, on offense, you shouldn't be able to just walk onto a bomb site, throw a trophy, and plant it like that, especially on this map.
I think people are just scared of getting blown up on this map, whether it's to the propane or grenades. Like, I'm curious if maybe they just didn't have trophies, so they didn't want to, like, apply some map pressure. But, like, my God, we're giving up both sides of the fucking map. We have zero pressure. As soon as the bomb goes down, you're retaking out of your fucking base. You lost. You lost the fucking round.
Yeah, agreed. And then we get into the control, and this is where things really start hitting the hay. So take a look at that mini map here. And this is a 2-2 round. We're going to go straight to the overtime. It's an invasion control, 4 defenses in a row. Nobody was able to get that 8 point. Kremp chows out the point here. You can see that the pressure's coming from Lamar. During the watch party, we're all like, oh, man, nobody's watching street. Don't let Lamar make a play. Don't let him get on there. And they find out that Lamar's there, and Kremp just kind of runs at him.
Wait, number one shot at him.
Yeah, he knew he was there.
They knew he was there.
Oh, hell nah.
They knew he was there, but Kremp should have just stayed on the point. And just wait. He can't die there on the point, because what happens is 3 go dead. Last guy up is going to be Dan. He's kind of out of the play here. They also know he's here. And unfortunately for them, it gets even crazier here towards the end. So
Lynn's blacked out.
Dan gets in. He's able to find one. And then he gets on the point. And then Big P finds one. Everybody's going down. Multiple trades going down. And then, yeah, Linz gets a 2-piece. Great 2-piece from him. But then Linz dies at a point here. This was insane. He dies at a point. I'm like, holy shit. LA Thieves still have a chance. Lamar able to slide on in.
This is why I fucking hate control, though. Because the spawns are just inconsistent. Like, Linz is assuming nobody's blue. Or nobody's gas, so they're going to spawn gas. Nope. They spawned blue. They shot him in the side. Like, he's looking at that hop-up wall thinking they're spawning gas.
Yeah, that was, it definitely looked a little trolly in the moment. We were all screaming, and then they ended up winning the map anyway, so it wasn't too big of a deal. That's kind of where the reverse sweep starts. It starts there. Starts with Minnesota. They're able to win the offense on control, and that's usually how it goes. They gain that momentum, and then
the last 2 maps are actually non-competitive.
Yeah, non-competitive.
They got slammed.
I wanted to talk about one streak here from Standy. Do you like Standy streaking when number 5 server, number 6 is still swimming out of the play, and Standy's kind of out of the play here? Do you think Standy should get?
No.
I think Standy should get pushed up a little bit more before he streaks. Like, I think you need more map control
here. Like, there's no threat on any of the players right now.
Yeah.
On Minnesota, like they could put their controllers down for the next like 5-7 seconds. Let Eli get like mid map at least before he calls the streak.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. That's a lot of time wasted. Like it gives like Thieves way more of an opportunity to kind of feel out the pressure that's coming and maybe make plays on them. I mean, I don't mind the streak because his entire team was in positions to capitalize off it. They just did not.
Yeah. I just wanted to show that because I didn't know if you guys liked the streak or not, because they ended up blowing the streak and they got nothing out of it. Standy was playing great, but I thought the streak.
Don't worry,
usage
they'll
was,
spawn in the back behind him.
Yeah, they'll get some random spawn that blesses them. We got to listen in here. This is the first listener we're going to listen to. I thought this one was hilarious because you could just hear Big P in the background, just so monotoned. I don't even know how to describe it. He sounded like he was bored in the middle of this map, and they were frying. So let's tune in to the listening with the Minnesota Rokkr.
Low glass craft, low glass craft.
Mid lane dead.
Low glass craft and 1 ult.
25 seconds here. I'm picking up right. Picking up right.
Okay, I'm picking up right with you.
August.
G2 weak, G2 stun, he's close right mid lane, and then I'm out.
Do you think I'm off it now?
G2 deceased dead.
Nice.
Tunnel dead.
Tunnel dead, 1 ult.
I'm hitting all
Hit him, hit him, our side.
Nailed it. You should die there.
I have right, guys. Pick up
dead.
left.
Top dub, Ghosty weak, top dub, and no glass on me.
You're
I'm on the right. Pick up left.
Low glass weak on you.
Ghosty still
They're all
top.
going
I
left.
know.
Top
I
B2, top B2.
Child main.
One shot L1, in mid
One
lane.
is top dub. There's
Three mid
I
lane,
have your
three
front house.
mid lane. They're all in the back.
Spawned out.
One's cat room.
Cat room and the rest in the back. Player lives.
Cat room craft dead.
Put them dead. Last time.
He's on the forklift and pit. Forklift and pit, last two.
There you go.
Beat them, beat them.
Forklift and pit, last two.
I
He's gonna be on the stairs.
I'm
He's
gonna
gonna be on the stairs. I'll kill
Go
it. I'll kill
upstairs.
stairs.
Mid.
One could be side door, bro.
I'm looking side. Jump up. Cider ghosty, might pinch elbow. He's on there.
I'm on your front.
Nice, have to look sharp.
I'm blocking.
Here
You bump me?
Yeah, go.
Okay, good thing.
I'm going top down.
G2 that thing cross. He's going side door.
My
Wait.
flat.
One
My P2 door.
one.
My P2 door.
Side flat.
Side flat.
You went in front window.
One shot front window. He's dropped down, I think, in one P5 tank.
I don't see the guy. I'm watching my house.
You have a stream?
Jumped in.
You guys get that time.
Another one jumped in.
Listen, I'm gonna swim to the back so we can streak and block. Okay, you guys look to the right.
Need to get it. Yo, P5 tank ghosty. Nice. P2. You must P2 bone. Is that ghosty? Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for the listening, bro. Big P is hilarious, bro.
Bro,
Yeah,
Standy's in war and Gunless is reading a fucking like monologue or some shit.
I just love the plays because Gunless has great comms. His comms are great. It's just the way everybody else is just so much energy.
The
And then Big
cadence
P
is just funny listening to like how his teammates are versus him. It's just funny.
Yeah. Then we get into the second P4, and this is where Minnesota were able to break. I mean, Sam, this was a good opportunity here for LA Thieves to bring this back. What do you think about their setup here? Because it was absolute shit. You know what I mean?
No,
Look at
Minnesota.
this.
I mean, Minnesota made the heads up play, getting out P5. That's how you get P4 breaks on this map. Once you make people that are holding the back turn around, your spawners have a lot more options. So I mean, they did a good job. They got 2 kills on the right, and this is just by the book. To be honest with you, this is exactly how you want to break P4s.
They also got hit a crit. I think if they don't get that nade on Joe can probably disrupt this push a little bit. That was a great tack usage there
Yeah,
from
it was a good nade.
Minnesota to get Joe out of top 3. As soon as Joe dies top 3, kind of opens up the whole middle of the map. And then Rokkr. I mean, what a break though! Flawless break from Rokkr. I don't even think there was much there from Thieves. I thought that
No,
was
this is
just
by
well
the book as it
coordinated.
gets, bro. Just kill the guys P2,
Yeah,
get
that's good
P2
work.
control, and then run it time.
That is phenomenal
And
work
at that
there.
point, it was GG.
Yep. At
So
that
what I-
point, after
I
that
wanna
break, it
ask-
was over.
I want to ask something.
Yep. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Matt.
Is Standy the best S&D player in stage 3 at the moment?
He's definitely up there right now. He's been cooking
He
in
might
search.
be. He might be. Yeah.
He's definitely
I'm
up
looking
there.
at his last
Probably someone on FaZe or
all
him.
their games, right? All their games. So he started
about
out
to
real
say,
bad, 0.4.
I think Dill's
But-
up there too, right?
But
Envoy?
after that, he had a 1.7, a 4.0, a 1.1, a 1.0, a 2.0, and a 5.0. Like, he's been cooking.
Yeah, he's been cooking for sure.
He's
I'm
been-
pretty
he's
sure- I'm
been
pretty sure
cooking,
it's-
but I think we probably got to tip FaZe over that because
It's either
They might
someone on
played a couple
FaZe
series.
I know is up there. I know Envoy's having a good S&D stage. Standy's definitely up there for
Yeah.
sure. He's been fine.
Stan's been brought in to be a playmaker in S&D. Obviously,
Bro, I
they
think
gotta figure
everyone
out
is,
the
is
respawn stuff.
misinterpreting like
Yeah,
what our opinion on like the roster is.
I know. Pete.
But if Pat's angry about talking about it, we're not going to.
No,
talk about
Pat's
it.
just
But I
trying
feel
to
like people
troll,
are
so we should
No,
misinterpreting
go
I
back
what
to
we're
was
trying
I
to
was
say.
just saying, like, we basically bring it up every time. Win or lose, we don't agree with their roster change whatsoever. Like,
Yeah,
they
but it's
were a
less on
solid
Standy and
team.
more on the overall.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. They were a solid team that needed to make one change, and they made 2 changes and took away a core piece to their team. Regardless of whether the guy was a 0.5 or 1.5, like, it was a core piece of them having some speed. We all disagree. It was a bad roster change, regardless. Just not the move they should have made. They should have made moves, just different ones.
Well, I fear they made
Let's,
some great moves in the game 5. So we should take
Yeah,
a
I
look
was
at
gonna
those.
say, let's take a look at the
Great
game
save,
5.
No problem.
This was fucking insane. A 3v1 situation for like these. All they have to do is defuse the bomb.
In
They
the same spot.
smoked it up!
The same spot.
They LA Thieves smoked themselves out in a 3v1 situation, And all Big P does is just pull out his pistol and run through the smoke and kill him off the bomb. There's no time left. Once he kills him off the bomb, GG.
Like, even if he's not where he is, right? Say he's like back long instead. He knows where the bomb is planted.
Yeah,
he can just shoot it.
Shoot it.
Wait,
Shoot
where
it.
were they? What were they looking at? Were they both looking at you too?
Bro, you don't need to throw smoke here. Just
Like,
hop
why
the
are we-
bomb and
That
spin in
was a
circles.
nervous play, bro.
Had to be,
Insane
bro.
smoke,
They
bro.
trolled right there.
Insane. 1v3 off rip, map's over.
And that's pretty much as we skim through these next 2 rounds. It is a standy fucking masterclass. We get into the 0-2 round because Minnesota win the defense. 2-piece nade here from Standy. I don't even know where he threw that shit mid stairs. And he looked like he banked the frag. It looked like he got that frag deep, man. Super deep. Those guys were way up
They
the stairs.
one shot? Like, did they
Yeah,
get shot
they
at?
coordinated there. I think they
They
got
might have
hit
got
by
double
both.
naded.
I think
They
they
might have
got,
like double
see,
naded
they're
or
getting
something.
stunned. They're getting stunned.
Yeah,
and
number 8,
hit
number
with
7
packs.
double naded. Number 8 and 7 double naded it.
It was honestly good plays from Minnesota Rokkr. They blind countered it. They knew that LA Thieves was going to try rushing down mid stairs, and they tacked it. They tacked it. They bombarded him with nades, and Eli was able to get a big 2-piece with his frag grenade here. That's pretty much going to open up the round, and Eli actually gets an ace here. Standy, he finds the kill mid. Then he wins another big one there. Oh, take a look at the replay here from Eli. Finding the last 2 kills here. He was hitting some nice shots, man. Eli shoots straight. Phenomenal plays coming in from Standy. Then Minnesota go up 3-0. You're like, yeah, no, we're good. It can't get any worse. No, it got worse. Standy Eli comes in, boom. The missile comes down. Drake missile, boom. All the way down, boom, 3-piece. See you later, LA Thieves. Bang! And it's a 2. And then I love the play from Eli. Instead of eagle challenging the 4th guy, he runs and groups up with his teammate. I mean, it's just like the fucking cherry on top. Phenomenal plays from Eli. Then, of course, Dan, he tries to make a play here. He can't really go anywhere. They read him. They see him. Dan really can't do much here. He gets the bomb. There's not much time left on the clock. He tries going all the way around. I also love how Minnesota pushed it out. They were kind of just running together like a unit. Lamar and Eli, good plays. They see Dan Ghosty run. Standy hops the bomb. And the defuse comes in. Lamar gets the final kill. Minnesota go up 4-0. And then we can take a look at the 1-5 round. I just had fucking LA Thieves just solo challenging everything. I feel like at this point, they probably lost fucking composure. And then as we watch it here, I'll pull it up in a second. The LA Thieves get smoked. Minnesota Rokkr able to close it out, and it's a 3-2 victory for the Minnesota Rokkr. Guys, any final thoughts on the series as a whole here as we watch the last and final round and we watch LA Thieves solo chow?
The ice is melted. And this is what happens when you rely on extended series, man. Say it time and time again. When it's working, it's feeling great. You feel like you can't lose, and then
Oh, they have
when
numbers here.
you don't have the ability to end these, like all 3 of their series, or all 4 of their series at this point, have been very winnable prior to a game 5. Either it's just some sort of throw in map 3-4, and it goes to map 5 for pretty much no reason. So
Yeah.
I mentioned it yesterday on the show. I don't need to elaborate too much, but they need to learn how to close these series before it gets to map 5.
It's not the end
Global
of the
warming
world,
is
though.
done. The
It's not
Iceman
the,
is
it's
back.
not the end of the world for them, though. I mean,
No,
the
of course
LA
not.
Thieves still got a good record, so
Yeah, no, they're
They just
probably
tossed,
secured winners, but this is still like it's just a trend that we need to be worried about going forward. If they have
True.
the inability to close these series before you let teams hang around, we're in the CDL, man. These are some of the best players in the world. Like, if you're gonna let a team hang around, then chances are stuff like this can happen. Like I
Yeah,
said,
but
they're winning the 5s right now, but they won't forever.
I'll say this: I don't think Minnesota have been playing that good, but you gave them 10 CDL points. Suddenly, for some reason, because at stage 1, they're on a 120, so it actually ended up being a big 10 points for them. Because Steve's would have been on 100, they would have jumped in the 7th, and then Minnesota would have started getting nervous at that 110. That like Carolina, Vegas, LAG, these could all start to pass them. Seattle, we'll talk about in a second. So I agree with Sam. They got to figure out a way to close out these series. Once they do that, I think they have a very good chance to get top 6 this next event. Win some series on land finally. Thank fucking God, hopefully.
Yeah, let's do some predictions, and then we'll have Ben Singapore. Seattle Surge versus Vegas, Optic Texas versus Miami, and the New York Subliners versus Atlanta FaZe. I'm going to start things off. Vegas versus Seattle. This is a tough one. I feel like Seattle's low-key been, like, showing some signs of life. I don't know. 04 has some grit over there, man. You think 04's changing it around? I don't know. I'm going
Changing the
friendship
can.
cheese. I'm going friendship cheese. I got 3-0. Vegas Legion. Go fuck yourself. What are you doing?
whole fucking bottom. Nah.
Go fuck yourself. Like,
Go ahead, Sam. Go ahead, Sam. I got Dylan
dude,
attached over
are
there.
you
Hey,
fucking
son.
kidding me?
Hey,
Dude,
fuck these guys.
are you fucking
Hey, I got
kidding me?
Vegas. Go ahead,
I got a
Sam.
Dylan attached bounce back, man. I got Vegas Legion, then I got Optic, and then I got FaZe.
I got Optic FaZe as well. If you guys want to speed run it, Chris, who do you got?
Yeah.
I got Vegas simply because I don't think that Vegas is going to make the mistake of playing these guys on 6-star like everybody else and giving them these new maps that they are clearly.
Vegas got 59
pretty good
points
at.
or 49
Speedrun.
points. They're vetoing that shit.
Speedrun.
Yeah, that's the only series I'm going to talk about. Everyone else is pretty clear cut. We're going to go Texas and FaZe.
Pat, Ben?
Vegas, Texas, FaZe.
I have Seattle, Optic, and then FaZe. I hope New York shows some kind of life in that last match, but I really don't. I was like really hope it's not a repeat of last week where FaZe get done in 20 minutes and we're like, damn, New York got red carpeted. So hopefully they show some
Seattle
signs of
is
life.
crazy. I got Vegas, Optic, and FaZe.
Nice, Pat.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Actually,
All right, Ben, spin
actually,
that
I'll switch
shit.
it up. I got Vegas, Miami, and FaZe. Hit a putt.
Okay.
You got Miami
FaZe.
over
I
Optic?
hear you,
Yeah.
Pat.
Really?
Yeah. I just
Miami?
think Miami's gonna come out tomorrow and with a
Nah,
big
yeah,
upset.
no. Why is Miami winning the series, Pat?
I just think they're really underrated right now, Sam.
What? What
I just
about
think
it
we're-
makes them underrated?
And
gonna
I
have-
quote
they're
2
gonna get-
episodes ago, Miami
They're
is
gonna get
dog
the
shit.
maps. They're gonna get the maps that they want in this one.
What maps are they?
I'm thinking they're gonna ego challenge on Rio, and Vic was just gonna have a master class on that map. Sam.
That's the only map that. Yo, you think Miami? You think Rio?
Pat's watching
Hey,
Miami play 16 Rios. That's
Yeah.
the only one he got.
Yeah. Master class from Vickle though. Ben, put
Yo,
us out.
Pat kills me, bro. Dude.
Yeah, I'm also looking at these standings, bro. Bro, this top 8 is close,
It's
man.
crazy,
Seattle
man.
with 90 at the 9th
It's literally
spot.
10 points for
LA
everyone.
Thieves, yep, 90 at the 10th spot.
Boston's so
Miami
fucked
80
with
at the
Henderson.
11th
Oh, no,
spot.
Boston's chalked.
Boston's in the
They're
fucking dumpster unless they just go to the land and just go absolutely fucking insane. But
They could get top 6 and still be in 12.
yeah, that's tough. And then even Vegas, like Vegas is not secure yet. LAG is not secure yet. Rokkr's definitely got a little cushion, but it's not much. This
Oh,
next.
Ben's putting, Tom. He's yelling at you.
What the fuck? Oh shit! Look at this guy.
Go ahead,
Ladies
Ben.
and gentlemen, it's
Popping
Ben
that shit.
Steve stepping
Bro,
up
we
to
know
the
what
plate.
you're going to do, man. We get it, baby. Don't mind.
And he sinks the ball yet again. This guy's been putting on an absolute
Oh my God.
masterclass. Look at this guy, guys. Don't worry. We got a new putter on the
No,
way.
if anyone's voting no in the poll, you guys are idiots.
Let me see.
Trolling. I'm just nasty at putting.
Yeah,
bro.
guys,
nasty.
rack up all your channel points voting yes online. Then we get the LAN, go all in on no. That's all
Wait,
you gotta do.
do we have a mat at
That's
Toronto?
greedy.
We can get
we
one,
can probably
but-
get one.
We need to
one,
get a
yeah.
mat at Toronto.
We need to figure out Toronto.
Are we
because-
going to Toronto? Yeah. I was
Yeah,
about to say.
as of right now, we have a spot, and it is so small. It is so tiny. Like it's
Is it
like
the same as last time where we were like
No.
no, we're not allowed
No,
to
no,
venue,
we
Pat.
not in the venue.
I
we
wish it was the
actually
same
were
as last
offered-
time.
We were offered that spot, and we can't. The problem is, if we take that spot, if we go to the event and we want to do the flank, it would have to be on YouTube. That's the issue.
I'm thinking we do it on YouTube.
Oh, right. I got you.
I'm thinking
Forgot
absolutely
about
not.
that. I forgot about that rule. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking absolutely not. The flank lives on Twitch unless YouTube wants to sit down and talk otherwise.
Yeah, you get a little bag for that, shit.
That's
what I
good
mean?
business.
little bag
Yeah,
for
no,
that
we'll figure it out. I mean, we'll figure all that out. I think as of right now, we do have a spot. It's a little tight. Worst comes to worst, we can make it work.
We could definitely make it work.
It might be very fugazi, but fuck it. We do a lot of fugazi over here, and you know, it's what we do. It's non-stop fugazi.
Just like Ben's online putting, pure fugazi.
Yeah. The way it is right now is we have like a table. It's not. We have like and we're like sitting around a table type
It's
shit.
just a small room, so we're gonna figure out they have different rooms, and I'm also working on potentially another space. But
Yeah, if we can find another space too, that'd be great. But yeah, we'll keep you guys updated with Toronto. We obviously really want to go. I really want to go. My brother Francesco's going, so I would love to.
Francesco's going. Let's fucking
Yeah,
go.
he's going with his wife.
He's a go.
They're just getting a little getaway from work and stuff. So I really would love to go just so I could see my brother and stuff. But shout out to Francesco. How you doing? That's gonna do it for us, guys. That's it here on The Flank. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, go to anchor.fm/theflank to check out all the other sites that we're on. Go follow at The Flank on Twitter. Gert's doing a phenomenal job running socials per usual. ZooMaa.gg for the merch. Command Steel series in the chat. Huge shout out to them. As always, man, take care. Brush your hair. And we'll see you guys next time on another episode of The Flank. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy.
Peace.
Come on.